Meanwhile, a rustling.
Chubby's head. What happened? Frog? Come on, stupid tree! Come on, let go of Chubby! She needs his backpack! Frog's still gotta be alive. He's gotta be in here somewhere. Chubby wouldn't be able to use your magics without him. Chubby's hand didn't make it last time. How long has she been out here? Frog! Teriel? Ray? Nissa? Chubby fell down in the ravine and she can't find anyone. Frog can't. Chubby doesn't have Frog.
Chubby! Oh my God!
Chubby went down in the ravine. She got thrown. Chubby's not okay. She can't find Frog.
Okay, just breathe. It's okay.
Chubby has been breathing, but what if Frog's not breathing?
We'll find Frog. We have to get the others back first. We lost.
What do you mean? Where are the others?
Chubby came back.
What?
She's cold, but I think she's okay. But she lost Frog. We have to help her
Chubby.
find him.
Yeah, no. Wait, Frog's missing.
Come on, stop talking, stop looking. Come on. He's not doing shit.
Why are they so obsessed with that bloody thing?
I have no idea.
So you don't know how to bring him back. So you don't have an understanding of the device.
Well, I understand what the device is intended for, and when it's fixed, what it's supposed to do. What happened was the device is incomplete, and your friend Mortis triggered it and caused an anomaly.
He's your friend too. He's your friend as well.
Well, let's just say getting them back is more trial and error. The door had holes. He crawled through the window, so I would say about right here.
Inside?
That should be within range of everybody.
Macratus, should we be inside or outside for this? Does it matter? Probably not. We're dead, right?
All right.
I want to watch the bloody thing. We worked so damned hard on it, with all the scraping and the forging and the polishing and the runes and...
Well, I wouldn't
your
say
friend's
we,
making
but-
a horrible mess of everything that I've done.
Okay, but
I wouldn't say we, but yeah, we all did, but...
Oh no, not this again!
oh, is that?
Oh my, it's going to explode.
Is that's supposed to be that?
What's behind me? What's behind me? What's behind me?
What is that?
I grab Chubby.
Chappie. Nissa. I am Lathander.
We made a mistake in eagerness, and we lost two of those that were really close to us. And we were wondering, I understand that this may be not in my powers to ask, and shan't be right, but is there anything you can do for them? Just this once.
I cannot do this. Because they have already returned.
Ray, are you all right?
Shit. I mean, shit.
I can see me. You can see me.
We can see you. I can touch you. I grab his hands. You're here.
Hello.
You're back.
Okay.
You guys, I think we have a problem, and it's not about the bed situation.
What is that?
I don't know.
What is that noise? Do you see anything out there, Ray?
Oh God, I can't even.
Crit. 28. Give me for a whopping 20 damage. Nissa strikes out with her halberd.
Fire. She's going to snap her left hand, and a bonfire is going to be created here underneath this guy next to the dead one.
The cold light walkers look at Ray. 16.
Oh fuck!
Your AC.
With my shield, I have 16, so that's a hit.
You are hit for 31 cold damage, Ray.
Hold on. 7, 8, 9.
That thing hits twice? Ew.
I'm out.
Does anyone else feel kind of weird?
Starting to
I feel almost dead.
Well, like, other than the dying part, Chippy just...
How was it? How was the potion? Was it good? Did it taste good?
The finger part was weird too. I don't know if it was just me feeling weird about the finger, but no, I feel
I have no idea what that finger's doing in there.
That's my finger. Please don't touch it.
You're here to bring change to the Dale, right? And it starts here. You've already made a big step towards it. It may feel small, but it's huge. And you change the way you do things in here. Make a new place, right? Screw this, leave people to die and let them be on their way and let the snow take them. At least give them rest. Did you not learn anything? For now we bury. We take away from this land, or who she takes. Agreed?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure, agreed. I just say that was beautiful.
I just know I'm...
Thank you for agreeing.
You want me to say something?
Yes, go ahead.
What do you want to say?
Go ahead.
Well, I think I could say something for the fallen ones.
I've already said silently, but if you want to say it out loud, be my guest.
Okay. Through the rot and through the stink, it matters not, will be history's ink.
These were souls. These were alive. They deserve rest. Sylvanas, they go back to you. And we're so sorry.
Terrell puts his hand on his shoulder and says, very well said.
Around
Anybody
ways.
need a potion? I've got another potion.
So you were sitting
yeah.
in that
Do you
fucking
have an
cot the whole
extra?
time there,
The whole
Mortis.
time, yeah.
Was
well,
it comfortable?
It was comfortable, but it was actually
I
a
am
really
quite
good
jealous.
vantage point. Well,
Was it warm?
The vantage point was pretty
It
good.
was
I
great.
was able to snipe from pretty far away.
As the ceremony has completed, the group sits with Summer Star in hand. Graves have been dug for these creatures that seemingly are of the Dale, but people beneath strange magics. What do you do?
Cheppy's exhausted. Don't know about anybody else, but Cheppy really needs to sleep.
I could get some rest as well.
I think you had plenty of rest. Maybe you should be the one looking out for us as we get rest, yes?
Yeah, Morty. You were kinda just watching from a distance in the fight. Cheppy had no idea where you were.
Good, that was the point. And I wasn't watching, I was shooting, and I hit all of my shots. By the way,
Cheppy's
from over there.
impressed.
Oh.
okay.
Cheppy's impressed. That was pretty far away.
Thank you. Okay, you're right. All right, everyone could take a snooze. And I
The
can
rest would do
watch,
as well.
I guess.
Yeah.
Should we start moving in the cart?
We have animals, right? We picked some up after? Yeah.
Yeah.
Morty,
make
you're
our
the
way
best
back to the
driver
cart,
out of
right?
all of us. Morty could drive while we're napping.
No, that's. They don't like him.
What do you mean they don't like me?
What do you mean?
What if we
Well-
bribe them with food?
We talked,
Actually-
and they don't like the way he talks to them.
That's fine. I can
What? They're animals.
make some berries and feed them.
They're not just animals. They have feelings,
Absolutely.
and they
Right,
don't
they
like
do.
you.
Okay. Well, tell them I don't care for them either.
Yeah, that's exactly why they don't like you. You know, there's some
Wait a
things you
second,
don't
hold
have
on.
to
Now, I
say,
don't-
but actions kind of push their own meanings onto other things. The animals kind of pick up on that way faster than they pick up on the words that we use. It's all about the emotion, the feeling, the handling, and no offense, according to the bears that were there before, I wouldn't want to piss anything off, you know? So,
You're right. I should
Probably
probably go
best
get
if
some
you-
rest then.
yeah,
Someone else could drive. That's a good idea.
well,
Maybe
you can
we
always
should
be the
all
lookout.
just rest.
Oh, okay. I can do that too.
Yeah, you can be the lookout and have someone else drive.
Can throw out there that I spent all goddamn night carving runes for, our friends to return. So I'm
Give us a
going to
smoke.
go the fuck to sleep, all right?
Yep. You
Well,
also got a
you know,
bed, and
trance,
you
whatever.
I also spent all night mending that item for you to carve those runes. So
I think
I'm in agreement
we
with that.
all should rest. Ray
Every one of us.
and I are hurt. Everyone has fought hard. We've maybe won a victory here, but we'll be useless if we don't rest.
We have to have somebody as watch
Yes.
out, though. We can't just all fall asleep, because what if someone sneaks in and puts us all to, eternal sleep?
We can.
We have to have
do as
somebody
we usually
watching.
do.
And not only
Cheppy's
that,
not that bad. Cheppy can do a couple hours and then wake somebody up.
I only need half
Thank
the
you.
time you guys need to rest. So, I can go first on the rest and then watch the rest, if that's
That's
something you
wonderful.
want to do.
Cheppy can go
sounds good
first,
to me.
Teriel. And
Yeah,
then
what?
you?
Yeah,
Cheppy can go first and then Teriel.
yeah, sure.
Thank
So I
you,
don't have to.
guys.
I don't have to watch.
I mean, you do what you want to do.
Are we in the
more.
cabin or the cart? Which one are
Morty,
we?
did you just get out of watching for everyone?
Yep. Yes, I did.
He's fucking good at this.
Cheppy doesn't know how that happened.
Where are we staying?
We're going back
Maybe
to the
in the
car.
car?
Cart. Okay, I'm going, and Ray's gonna sort of like.
Yeah, I'm
limping.
gonna help. Ray.
Unless you
We're-
want to
we're
stay
gonna-
here again.
No.
The
So, yeah.
cart
Cheppy's done falling into
is-
caverns.
Nice
Yeah.
and secure. The animals are there. Just go there.
Oh, that's right. As we're limping, I'm going to cast Goodberry, and whoever's closest to me, I'm just gonna dump them in their hands. Say, give 2 of those to the animals.
I can take them. I'm on
should do it.
first watch, so I can go.
hand
Cheppy
them
can
to
just go to the
Cheppy.
front and feed.
So, Chappie, when you talk to them, just address them, as if you would address us. I think they'd appreciate it, even if they don't understand you.
Cheppy's half goat. Cheppy does pretty great with animals.
She talks to a fucking frog, man.
Frog is Cheppy's best friend. Moonbrook's right. Cheppy's gonna be fine.
It's
And she's just
impossible
kind of
for
like
them
gonna
not to
walk
like her.
off with the berries and go over to the animals and try to feed them.
Okay, then.
No, I'm going to, get some rest. Good night.
I will as well.
Good night.
So. I better get to bed as well. Okay.
Good night, Teriel, Morty.
I'm gonna sleep in the frontish area because I know it's
too many people can't be in the same area, so kind of near Cheppy. The way if something happens, she could wake me up and, yeah, all right.
So Teriel climbs into the cart, into the front area where the cart is basically driven right near Cheppy. Teriel.
Mm-hmm.
Something feels strange. You have the summer star, and when you try to get yourself ready to go into a trance, you realize that you have some sort of feeling that the summer star, while you have activated it, requires your focus and concentration to maintain the spell.
Well, I can't. I just can't. I can't sleep. I can't sleep. Or, as you would put it, sleep. I can't even go in a trance. Every time I try to, I get pulled out immediately.
What's happening? What's causing it?
I don't know. And he doesn't realize it, but he's clutching the summer star really tight in his hand.
Do you think Cheppy would notice this?
Make an insight check.
Oh, sorry, don't have my character sheet out. 1 second.
What specifically are you trying to...
I guess she's probably looking at him right now, and she'd be just trying to see if there's anything going on, like he's not able to sleep. I think she probably would just be looking, and if he is, like, grasping it, I guess she just wants to be able to, like, notice that he's just grasping this thing.
I mean, you'd notice that he has the summer star, but I don't know that you really notice and you can figure out what's going on with him. I mean, he's been through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe I just have a lot on my mind. I am constantly adjusting to this whole thing. You know, it's you know what? Maybe I'll take you get some sleep. I'll take the first watch. I'll do that. Okay.
Cheppy's not gonna leave you like this, feeling strange.
I'm fine. You know, I'm not
She's just
feeling...
gonna like give him the side eye when he says the fine like that.
Look, I know it's not that. You know, I don't feel a pit inside of me or nothing like that anymore. It's just I feel like I just need to stay awake.
Well, Cheppy can stay awake with you. We don't have to talk, just maybe having somebody next to you. Dario, Cheppy trusts you. I think you would tell me if something was wrong.
Yeah.
I just don't want you to be by yourself.
Oh, I appreciate that. I mean, I have Thark and Baron here. I'm good. I would rather you get some sleep though, and be in tip-top shape, and maybe after, maybe I'll wind down. I think we've just been through so much. We lost Hassie, even they agree. We just kind of lost two of the team again, and just a lot of death lately, you know, and I just been brought back from a dark place. It's just I think it's a lot on my mind, and I just need to kind of, maybe even by myself, just, you know, sit through it a bit. So don't feel bad. I'm not feeling awful. I'm just anxious. Yeah, I think it's more of an anxious, like a flurry in my stomach of butterflies of some sort, you know. And he kind of like half smiles, and I'm not in pain. I'm just got a lot to figure out. Maybe I need to... Yeah, let me just sit watch, and you get some rest. If something happens, I'll wake you. Be the first person I wake.
At the moment Teriel said he had butterflies, like, she kind of perked up, and she's gonna look him straight in the eyes.
Teriel, Cheppy trusts you. if you truthfully want me to go to bed, Cheppy will.
You look exhausted. You've been through a lot. You've been flung out of a cabin to who knows where. So, absolutely, you can trust me. I'm fine. Honestly, it's not like it was before.
She's gonna take her hand out and lay it on his and give him a little squeeze and nod her head.
Wake me up next. Cheppy can watch after you.
Yeah. And it's not, thankfully, it's not as cold as it normally is, so should be a comfortable rest.
Cheppy's going to walk back into like the cart a little tiny bit, almost like trading spaces with Teriel, but like pushing herself in a little bit to lie down, but she still wants to be like in his proximity.
Yeah.
And she's going to close her eyes and try to get some rest.
When she does that, he kind of like peeks over and, are we moving currently or no?
It's up to you.
Okay, because I
you
heard
all
the
tell
noise.
me.
All right. Yeah, I think he's gonna start. He's gonna look at Throck'n'Baron and be like, "Okay, you two," and he's gonna lightly tap the rings. He's not gonna like whip it. He's gonna lightly tap, and he's like, "Let's go back to where we once came. Slowly now." And he looks over at Cheppy and he takes some furs and he tucks her in and kind of pulls his furs up over his shoulders and looks up one last time and start the slow trek back.
At this point, I think Mortis is rolling around trying to sleep, but can't for some reason, and then sneaks his way to the front of the carriage and scoots to sit next to Terrio with his crossbow out.
What in the... You have a very fine way of making everything very uncomfortable. You're not going to put your head on my shoulder and whisper in my ear how much you love me, are you?
No, unless you
Good.
want me to.
Absolutely
And I still won't do
not.
So I'm not going to do it.
No. Never thought in my wildest dreams I'd be sitting here with a goblin.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, where I come from, we're very ignorant when it comes to anything outside of elves.
I'll say.
Your kind isn't too friendly either. Your kind took my friend, or almost took him, I should say. Definitely contributed to it. Friend. I use that word so loosely. It's more like an acquaintance of sorts.
Are you coming to the realization that we may or may not be friends and I'm just here for the ride? Or you want to talk about it?
I don't think it matters. As long as we bring warmth to the Dale, you can be whatever you want to be.
Would I be
Honestly.
sorry?
Sorry? For
Yeah.
what?
Well, I know that I've been a pain recently, and well, there was the whole thing about what was that? Did you say something?
If you haven't really noticed, we have a bunch of pains in the back there. Including myself. I wasn't
that's
always
probably why
the
I
one that
was
was a bright light here. I shifted into darkness. I caused a lot of pain and ache. We all have our... I don't want to say demons to answer to, but you understand.
Yeah, that would be.
Personality is what makes
One
this
knows.
group. But don't go disintegrating yourself again. Stop touching stuff so much. You don't have to take everything you see. I give you the benefit of the doubt because you probably lived that life
I did. I did live that life. It's very easy to, well, just be at the bottom, and you have to grab anything at the bottom of the floor so you can try to swim to the surface.
I understand.
And it's really sometimes you can't. If you don't know how to swim, you have to climb up there. You know, and a lot weighs you down.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like, honestly, it's not any better where I come from. Everyone expects you to be perfect all the time and do everything to the code and honor this and honor that. But who writes the honor? No one knows what's right and
Right.
wrong. Who am I to tell you that you're not worthy enough to be walking in the streets of Bryn Shander? I see the way they look at you. They look at me the same way, but in a different light. They may look at you in disgust, but I get the same disgust. I understand. Look at this elf thinking he's this and that. It's just that we're taught at an early age to look down upon everyone.
something I'm trying to break. Slowly.
It'll make you feel better. I always have to look up at people, so...
Looking up is definitely a lot better than looking down, I can tell you that.
Well, unless they need to blow their nose. Believe me, it's always a distraction. But... Anyway, I couldn't sleep. I feel guilty about it. Grabbing things and taking things. But mostly I feel bad because Chippy almost died. Ray and I did die. And I should have just been more careful.
I would say you are lucky.
Yeah, I am pretty lucky. That's always been a good thing. I've been pretty lucky. It's been like luck this whole time, really. Yeah, I'm a pretty lucky guy.
So where do you come from, actually? Don't know much about you. Do you even have a family? Do you consider yourselves family over there in your goblin holes? And why are you not with your kin? You guys form running packs.
Usually we do what we can with, yes, packs, but they were decimated by a certain giant and a certain mammoth and a certain crag cat. But
Interesting.
we originated from this, there's one of our prison forts nearby, the western part. Where are we now, do you know?
I mean, we're in the Dale.
Yes.
Yeah, we're traveling back to Brenshander soon. He looks out. I'd say Lonely Wood to be right up there.
Okay, so Karkalox has got to be...
You can make a survival check for me, Mortis.
Okay. And I'm going to do that right now.
Way, way, way west, past the Ten Trail, southwest along the spine of the world, all the way west.
Yeah, Karkalox's going to be way off that way. Oh boy. A little bit of travel. But that's where me and my friends originated from. You see, it's like a prison fort. We were going out to do some hunting and some scavenging, you see. Climbing to the top, climbing to the ice, you know. That whole thing. And we were stealing stuff and raiding. But that was because we needed to survive and bring some survival points and assets to the people in need at Karkalak. But, and then we got split off and now I'm here. Lucky me.
So how did you end up way over here? Did you get captured by the giant or...
That I don't necessarily know. I would assume, because last time I was together with these, No, we traveled. I traveled with the bears. Remember, move the fuck over, or hurry the fuck up? Yep. Hurry the fuck up on the other one. Doesn't matter, probably dead now. But we were all there and we had to grab the iron for our Karkalak. So.
Well, funny how events work out. You're lucky to be here and not dead.
That's that word again.
All we know.
Yep.
Well, I say, everything happens for a reason, Mortis.
Yes. Yes, it does. I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, just I'm going to try my best to just be a little bit more careful.
Good.
And to not just let luck guide me. And I'm going to try to use my brain for
good.
For good, yeah.
Whatever good is at this point. I think we're still trying to figure it out, but just don't break the law of any sort of way.
That's going to be hard, but I'll try my best.
Yeah, you definitely need to try your best. So do I.
To not break the law?
No, I will definitely not break the law.
Oh.
But what is law? Is that by a higher up? Is that by personal morals?
This is a great
Who writes the
conversation.
laws is the
Who
real
does?
question.
Exactly. That's what I've been asking this entire time. Who? And that's what we've always been asking. You see that the prison fort that or in Karkalak was actually an old prison, and now it's not. Now it's ours. It's our fort. You see, it's our little base of operation as goblins. Of course, as goblins, but it's just like, who's to say that incarcerations or cells? Is that what I was using that word correctly? Or cells or prison or cages are actually just. You see.
Yes, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. You know, I carry as a hand of law.
Well, whose
What
law?
is law? Yeah, whose law? Well, the law of my deity, first of all, but who says, I dare not question. But what dictates his motivation of what law is, what is right and wrong? If we steal from the rich, the wealthy, so we can feed others, aka our family or those that are poor, is that actually breaking the law? Is that in the law itself? Or is the law breaking justified by giving to those who deserve it, who work their ways up to provide for these wealthy? And when we take for them and bring it back, is that not returning to their own? That's where I'm confused.
Hold on. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I thought I saw there's a boulder. What were you saying?
Nothing.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm interested. I just was trying to
Well,
make sure everything's okay.
and I was saying who writes the law, and if I go with the law of my deity, then if we ended up stumbling in the wealthy area and we steal from the wealthy, seeing that they take from the poor, does that mean that they broke the law and we take from them and give back to the poor to feed their families? Those workers worked hard for whatever the wealthy has taken from them. Not in a justful trade. Are we actually breaking the law? Are we justifying stealing at that point? That's why I'm confused.
It gets complicated, yeah.
I believe
That's
it's what's
why I just
within.
don't care for it. I don't like to think about it.
Well, I honestly believe it's what's in your heart, if it's lawful or not. Is your intentions good or evil? Was it in the gray? The ultimate question.
And is it bad if it's in the gray?
That I can't answer.
Okay.
And then we go into the question, what is true evil? Your kind is known as the bad
Careful,
folk, the
careful.
evil folk. By a lot.
Yep.
But I don't
Well,
see
you know what?
being evil.
You elves aren't so good either.
A little bit of chaotic. But who's saying that chaos is not a balancer to those that are lawfully good? And those that are lawfully good, are they actually the ones that are really good? It's always a balance, you know. The
Well,
way of life. It's a constant circle.
what I like
always-
about this balance, and
Pats you in the chest.
is that you are a bit of the just and good, and I am the bit of the chaotic and lucky.
He leans in. Am I?
Oh,
I was controlled by a Balor demon for a while.
Okay, so the evil part's already been taken care of? So there's
That's
already a bit of a
true.
balance?
But the balance may be internal, but externally. They don't trust me. Hell, they don't trust you. I don't trust you.
That's fair.
But when it comes
I don't
down
trust
to
you.
it all, who do we have left? Right? You don't get to pick and choose who's at your side in a moment of imminent death, distress, anxiousness. We just act. And that is maybe the truth to law. It was good and evil. Your intentions when the time arises to act, to bring instinct, is what can be truly labeled as good and evil. Will you leave us in distress? Will you kill the one in front of you to get away? Or you stand and fight knowing that the odds are against you? Those are questions you have to ask yourself, Mortis, and me. Shall I bring this one back who broke the law by stealing items?
Using? I was using the items?
Same difference. By
If I
law,
claimed
you
it, said it
should
was
have been
mine.
punished, banished.
But whose law?
Disintegration has been your judgment. The hammer has fell on you. But does
Yeah.
that make it right? Your intentions were to bring light to the Dale, warmth to the Dale. So in all, it was a balance. Thus, you are sitting next to me now.
Yep. Yes, I am. I got a bit of a question.
Yes.
Let's imagine, where are you from? You're not
I'm from
the
a
Dale,
land.
are you?
No. Far from here. Don't want to go into details.
Okay. And that's because you don't trust me.
No.
Okay.
It's because
It's okay, whatever the reason. Let's imagine that you
let's
are...
just say my people
Uh-huh.
are not. We do anything to protect our own. And sometimes, Mortis, we do bad things to protect our own.
That's not far off from what we do, but this is going to be probably easy for you to imagine, okay? Imagine a street or a path or a cobbled something way, okay? And there's a market. And you are a small boy. And you have no money, no trinkets, no baubles, nothing. And your leader is sick, or guardian, or whatever, parents are sick or hungry.
Yeah.
But you know that this market has a potion that you can't afford, but it can save your parents. Yes? Mm-hmm. What would you do? How would you go? And like, you could easily just take it. His back is turned, right?
You could.
And now, would that be against the law? Or would that be because you need it?
Well, there's always two answers to that, and the answer is yes and no, as complicated as that's saying. Think of it this way, Mortis. You could always ask, and you will be more than likely denied. But you taking that potion can keep away from someone else that's sick, and they lose their family, and you're being selfish. But what makes it right to save your own if you take away from another?
Okay. Now, with another question, this is fun. And with another question, if I was to, let's say, ask, or in this case, I don't ask, right? Because I assume you said more than likely they're going to say no. And let's say I do ask, and they say, no, you can't. And then I move on my merry way, right? Because I don't have the coin. So, whoever
And why
does
stop
have the
at no?
coin...
Why stop at no, Mortis?
So you're telling I
See,
should haggle?
that's the door of opportunity. Those that keep it shut, move on, and see many other doors closed in their face and stop there and feel like there's no opportunity for me to be good, I should be bad. But you stop there and say, okay, sir, what can I do to work for that potion? I have no money, but my family is in grave danger of losing someone close to us. Can I work for this potion? What can I do? You have to open up options to yourself and those around you. Can I learn the recipe of your potion and create more and possibly resupply you?
Right.
But first I need I owe you first, and they could die tomorrow if I don't have this, but I will promise to work for you. You still might get a no, but the door of opportunity is now cracked and not closed.
I see what you're talking about. So it's... Okay. So you see, this has been sort of what's been rattling around in my brain and my theories of life, you see, is those who would be able to afford it would be the ones who would benefit. But I guess you're saying it's not a yes or no question. The law is, there's room for negotiation that still provides a lawful agreement.
Yes, and then he puts his hand on his chest. And the intent in here, the ultimate law,
The knowing of right and wrong and the ill will in your heart. Knowing that being selfish sometimes can lead to someone else's death. And that the balance of this world, and so have make it, is always disrupted by one's greed or selfishness. That shopkeeper can be greedy. He can always make more potions, you would say. Why stop me from enjoying the life and sharing of my family and then grieving in death to where when I see you on the streets, you're the selfish one?
Right.
But the intent of it all can be justified by you finding other ways, counter movements, kinks in the coil that we call life. You see, our kind live a lot longer than probably that merchant. Let's say it's a human.
Let's
They
say
don't
it's a
live
human.
long. Our knowledge goes vast beyond belief, reason. We have to slow down our ambitions. No matter how dire the situation, death and loss is a sad thing, but growth can happen from that. At least that's what I would like to believe.
Wow, there's a lot to think about.
That's why my kind lives centuries. We spend lots of time looking at the stars and not wondering when the sun is gonna come. We wonder, Mortis, how beautiful it is, the creation of it all. The depth and distance of that to us is what makes us different. Not better than the goodly folk human. Not better than a goblin. But taking it in, day by day, when we are met with the edge of a sword or old age, we live without regret because we took it in and realized the blessings that we had of being on this plane of existence for as long as we were able to. And Mortis, the effects that you have on others are long-lasting, whether they're good or bad. That, my friend, is where intent comes into play.
Yeah. I see. What about... You know what? You're not so different from me. And when I say that, I mean like... You aren't really so different.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm not.
You see?
But I will tell you that what makes me different is a unique standpoint in my journey, in my path that was given to me, in which way I lived a very interesting life so far, but I'm still young. I have centuries ahead of me. If I'm lucky, several. But comes with that life, Immortus, comes with pain. Those that I love now or later. Let's say I fell in love with a human.
What are
Though
like
my
not-
kind would be like,
like something weird, like a fae something. What about that?
or a fae. Fae lives centuries, so it wouldn't really push that ideal, but the loss of someone through the unfair disadvantage of being who you are, your uniqueness, you see, brings grief to my heart to think that if I fell in love with someone that didn't live as long as I have, I would have to take in all this glorious beauty and not be able to explain it to them in the way of them being able to accept it, because as you know, ambition, humans move fast, right? They're like, I have to get this, I have to know
Live
this.
fast, die young. Yep, that's true.
Yes, they have the short lifespan.
Yep.
Some shorter.
Some never even get to figure out life.
Some do get to figure out life, though. I envy those that get to experience the happiness, the joy, a peaceful rest. Is what we can bring to those that don't get it, as if we have buried the dead back there.
Right.
The Dale is a strange place, but there's a beauty to it. And that beauty I want to uncover, you see.
Yeah, it's awful. It's really bad here.
It is. But who's to say what's bad and what's not? To some, this is a glorious place. To
Yeah,
some,
if
even this
snow.
eternal cold is glorious. What makes our happiness different from that, the Yeti's happiness? We took from something in a cave early in our travels.
Okay.
Who are we to say that these are evil folks? They're minding their own in their own inhabitant. We feel the need to go and explore, and ambitious humans are. They explore. And that's great. They're trying to take in the world as it is. But they come across a den, a Yeti's den. Who to say that they don't love each other as much as we love our own? They don't think about it. We don't think about it because why? They're below us. Who's to say that you didn't have love? Or you won't experience love? Who's to say that you falling in love with someone outside of your kind is wrong?
Right.
Do we get angry? Upset? Someone said something, do you kill them? Then that intent in your heart is evil, though you think you're fighting for love. And it's not right.
So you may
A lot of
love
things to figure out.
something, but that love could also stem from an evil seed?
It could. An evil, definitely,
I guess the other way
can
around.
stem from evil. But the love can be an ultimate evil. I know of that. I crossed a line because I thought I was losing someone dear to me as I did. And I don't know if that made it right or not. But I don't regret it because I was able to save others around me. No matter how deep the price may be if I was to perish. And he nudges him.
Well,
Then my duty has been done. And I pass on to the other plane, luckily to stand with those who gave the same sacrifice. But I'm too young. I have a lot of wisdom ahead of me and a lot of years to observe. I don't plan on perishing anytime soon, and hopefully near do you. Do you?
oh.
You don't know? You enjoyed being disintegrated?
No, I just don't know when I'm gonna. I don't know. I don't know how long I got left. I don't want to. I don't want to.
Then what are you going to do
I
about it, Mortis?
got low expectations. I feel like I'm already been bonused. I should have been dead, and
Yeah,
I
but what
actually
have we-
would have been dead.
What have we
If you-
learned?
A lot.
I hope you learned that. You've been given a second chance.
Third.
And that your life is your path. You follow it however you need to. And at the end of the day, Mortis, you love. If not for another, but for yourself and what's right. And the light doesn't always have to eradicate the shadow. Because even though there's a little shadow in our hearts, it's a balance that we must maintain.
While
Wow.
you're-
Okay. This is a lot.
It's all right. Sit back and just take it in.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm still figuring this out myself.
Are you good here? I'm gonna probably. Wasn't you talking or anything, but I'm getting tired. Wasn't a monologue. But
Some say I would have made a better scholar, maybe even a sleep aid. Go ahead and get your stuff. I'll continue
it's
the
just a
trip.
very sultry voice you got, and I just.
He's already asleep. All right then, onward.
As you continue your way down south past the Lonely Wood, Teriel, please make a perception check for me.
Will do.
You see something that truly takes your breath away. You can see some of the ice melting on the trees.
It's me again. Sorry, I just wanted to say thank you. That was great.
Yeah.
It was a good talk we had.
Uh-huh. Yep. Good talk.
Okay.
Sleep. You
All
need
right.
it.
Okay.
All
And
right.
he pats you on the head awkwardly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, okay, don't touch the head.
You can feel a connection with the summer star. And you understand that when this spell is complete, things will return to normal. But for now, as long as you wish it, with this device in your hand, it grows warmer around you.
All right. You win. I can stay awake for a little longer. My path has been made, shrouded in light, warmth around us. Bring end to the endless night. He looks over at Cheppy and Mortis, and then he pulls the furs over Mortis. And he kind of makes a reference to his scholar, aka mother. I now understand. You're a student. May become a teacher one day. As your words ring true in my mind. It doesn't always have to be a one-way street. You don't always have to feel it in. Take it in. That, right there, is what it means to be an elf. And he kind of adjusts himself and closes his hand around the morning star, but releases his angry grip and kind of sits it in his lap and cuddles it and fully pours his concentration into it while keeping a straight head, trusting the animals in front of him. Carry on, Dark, and Baron. We have a road ahead of us. Yes. Let's go home. We'll call it for now. He kind of leans back and just takes in the liquid dropping from the trees. Don't get too used to it, trees. We'll find a way to amplify it.
The journey
And he
continues.
doesn't wake Cheppy.
The journey continues, with Teriel driving the cart. Teriel, please make a Constitution saving throw for me. You are tired, but you're keeping things together. You're doing your best to not stress yourself out too much as the cart continues. The lonely wood to the west. You eventually can see the sights of chimney smoke in the distance.
All right, a little bit more, you two. Make sure you get a hearty meal. A little bit more.
Traveling
And just
past Tourmaline, you eventually make your way back onto the trail. Do you follow the trail?
The trail is the open. Yeah. To Tourmaline. Yeah, we'll follow it. We'll follow it. He's yeah. We'll just go ahead and follow it. We're not gonna break off.
Tourmaline. Do you follow the trail to Targos?
Yes. He's just taking in all the subtle melt. He's pretty much in bliss, and he's just going back to the memory of the fight between Ertu and himself, or the essence of Ertu and himself, with the aid of Amunatur and the light that he saw in his home, and realizes that he wants to bring a new light to everywhere he goes. And while he's doing this, his body warmth is just completely covering the summer star, and he feels his magical aura and his conviction just kind of slowly draining from him, but it's a pleasant drain. As he follows the path, the safe path to Targos, and turning into the road to Bernchander.
The path continues. For hours you travel along the path. Eventually, you can see yet another city in the distance. The rest of you can make a perception check for me.
I can hold on a little longer.
The rest of you can probably smell the smells of civilization and the smells of cooking, and you are slowly waking up after having a full rest. Mortis is out like a light, but the rest of you are starting to wake up.
I said everyone had a purpose. His purpose is to keep me up. That's for sure.
Chebby smells alcohol.
Oh, yeah. Jeez.
Teriel? What?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Hello.
Where are we?
Wait. Shh. Look.
Something
Look out.
smells good.
Look out to the trees, the bushes. Look. There you see it.
It smells like knucklehead trout.
There you see. And as Teriel says that, he flops over. He's just out like a light.
Oh,
The trees are.
Cheppy's gonna like run over and like grab him as he falls, and
Grab the
she's just
reins.
kind of gonna lay him down into her lap.
He
I'm
never lets go of the
reins.
morning, the summer star though. It's completely just in his grasp. Sorry, we're almost there.
Teriel, it's just go to sleep.
where are we?
But
Warm, please. It's coming.
Cheppy's going to like tuck him in and just lay some furs over him and some under his head, and then she's gonna go up front with the rest of the group.
The cart starts to wobble a little bit as Moonbrook takes the reins.
Oh god. Oh, someone help me.
You don't have to fight them. Just Ray's gonna grab them. Just you don't have to. I know it's okay. Just no. Don't let go. Hold it. You need to know how to do this.
Okay, I won't let go. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Don't you? Yeah. If you want to slow them, you pull gently. There are no sudden movements. There's no reason to do that. You're
So
just
don't do
gonna-
this.
No, God,
No.
don't do it. I'm
Everyone
sorry.
that's awake is rather warm.
Oh god. Oh,
I pull
God.
off some furs. I think this is the warmest I've felt here in years. Amazing.
my hair look droopy or something. I feel droopy. I feel sweaty.
it is kind of warm here.
Chubby's gonna like strip down to her toga and her butt.
Do we see, like, we can smell it? Can we see we're approaching?
You can see
Target?
that you are approaching a town, and I think you would recognize it as Targos.
Oh, we were supposed to stop in Tourmaline. I was supposed to do the gym.
We'll have to bring it back another time. I'm sure we're going to be going up that way again at some
think
point, Ray.
It's okay. As soon as Mortis gets up, I want him to look at the gym anyway. It's okay. It's okay. Do you guys want to go ahead and stop here? You want to head on the Brinchanda and meet up with Copper or what?
Do we have to stop in Targos? I don't think so.
Well, I mean, we were gonna look up Garrett, make sure he got back, but
It might be wise to speak with Copper about the Summer Star.
so we'll just straight on through. Okay, that's fine. Okay, Moonbrook. All right.
Well, I'm still holding
and-
on.
oh,
They're
yeah,
just
yeah.
they're kind of being assholes right now,
No,
but
they're fine. No, they're not. They're just
They're
being them.
probably
And-
hungry and
you're
gonna-
being assholes.
oh my
Terry
God,
also don't call them mean words. You have to treat them like us.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're saying-
sorry.
saying it
I
in
would
a
call
nice
you
tone.
assholes as no. I would call you assholes. To be clear,
you would. That's
Yeah, but it's a
true.
tone.
I
thing,
I
just-
have many times.
And that's okay. Okay, but it's a tone. You go, assholes. You know, you just sort of like you.
Okay, let me
They're just
practice.
really just gonna recognize that.
Come on, assholes.
Perfect. That's great. Up here, it's gonna the road's gonna sort of bend, and you're just gonna gently pull to the left.
Come on,
Okay.
assholes.
No. Gently pull.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right.
I need a minute.
Assholes. That
I need
high?
a minute to sort of, I need to take a minute and just sort of commune for a bit. So you're gonna be fine. Can you guys watch?
Don't leave me here.
I'm just
Don't
right
make me
there.
do this.
I can still hear
You
you.
can
I'm
do
not
it,
gonna be
Moonbrook.
asleep or something. If something happens, it's fine.
Why is everybody
Chubby can
leaving me?
take Frog. She can come help Moonbrook. Chubby can
thanks,
talk to
Mom.
Frog. She can talk to these guys.
I know.
Chubby's gonna scoot up front and sit next to Moonbrook.
I'm just gonna sit like not up there with them, but nearby and start cleaning my halberd.
Okay. The cart sort of jounces around as it moves, making the turn past Targos. Moonbrook and Chappie trying to get it under control while Ray communes with nature. I don't know if that's him hanging his butt out the cart and taking a dump. I'm not really sure.
Keep it a little straight, please.
We're trying. These guys are moving like crazy.
They're being
Just-
assholes.
You gotta do it a little higher.
That was good, Moonbrook.
You got
Very
it. Just
good.
a little higher. Try again.
Assholes.
Chubby's gonna like look and see if they react.
No.
I think we're not very good at speaking their language.
I don't think so either. I don't.
It's all right as long as they keep going. Heart's a little wobbly. No big deal.
It's not too bad. We could be going off of a cliff right now. We're not. I think Moonbrook's doing a great job. And we have Nissa here if we need to stop them. She's so strong, she'll just pull them up.
I could probably try. They might be hungry. If they start to really cause too much trouble, I can jump out and feed them.
Chubby gave
fair,
them the
Ashley.
berries that Ray gave her last
Oh,
night.
good.
No, I think those last a long time, right? Chubby remembers eating one and I was full for a day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is your
If
poop
you're-
going
if-
okay?
If you're listening to us, you can come up here.
I think he's pooping and he just didn't want to tell us he's pooping.
I'm almost done.
There's-
Just
Let the man poop in peace.
He needs to poop in peace.
He's
So do you
definitely
think he's just
pooping.
hanging out the window? Is there a toilet in there?
No,
That's
I've
actually
never
not a
seen
bad
one.
idea. Now that you said it.
Stop talking while you're pooping, Ray. That's weird.
Yeah, it's a weird vibe that I got. I mean, we're friends, but we're not really that close of friends, you know?
Okay,
Good
I'm
morning,
up.
Morty.
Hi. It was
Good morning, Morty.
until I started hearing about pooping.
Hey,
yeah, did you see
everybody
Ray
poops,
pooping back
man.
there?
Please stop looking at me, Mortis.
Sorry, I just
Did you sleep
can't
all
look
right?
away. I slept like a log. I was gonna say a frog, but then I would excite Chippy, so I didn't. I slept like a log, and I am feeling great. I'm
Well,
feeling
good.
great. That's good.
It's warmer today. It's so strange. It's been so long since I've felt warmth like this.
Is it because
Yep.
of what we did at the cabin with Lathander?
I would guess. Would make sense, right?
It's kind of crazy how far it's coming.
And she's gonna like lift her hands up, just kind of like seeing that there's no snow, just feeling that like, well, her hand and her stump don't feel frigid in the air right now.
Yeah. It's interesting because I think that effect was not supposed to reach that far, but maybe it changed the local
How
area
was
a
it?
little more than we thought.
How's the tum tum? How's that?
I'm
Going.
fine,
Good
thank
poop?
you.
Was your poop
Sorry,
good?
I'm very interested in what you were
It
saying.
was I was
Nissa.
I was communing with. It doesn't matter. Mortis.
I call it commune too. They call it commode. I call it commune. Whatever.
What?
Anyway, Mortis, I need you to look at this gem. Okay? You said that you could look at it the next day. I don't know what you
Okay.
can do. If you can, you said you might. I don't know. I don't know what you can do. Here you go. I want that back.
You want it back? Right now?
Well, I mean, not
you
like-
just gave
not-
it to me.
Not immediately. No. I mean, what does it do?
Well, give me a second. I'm gonna go commune with nature. And then after that, I will look.
So is it going to go poop? This is a
Probably.
pooping party.
I don't know if I would ever want to do that in a party, but I mean, everybody poops, right?
Yeah.
No.
What?
Chubby doesn't sit on a toilet. She kind of just stands up like other animals. It's like weird. My little tail goes.
Listen, I don't. I
I asked you
Dude.
about that once. That's right.
There's your answer. Again.
I fucking knew it. All right.
I mean, you got to do what's natural for you, right?
Yeah.
Just cleaning my halberd this whole time.
This is fucking weird. Okay, I do. This is just fucking weird.
It's fine. So, I think Ray is just going to probably look around. I know the trip between Targos and Brinchander isn't, it's like, what, an hour, maybe an hour and a half at most, or something like that. So, yeah, he's just going to sort of poke his head out, different sides, just look around. Just take a look at the night sky. I mean, because we still feel like it's warm, right? There's still that warmth resonating. Okay, yeah, so I'm just going to look out and breathe in.
Okay, so let's take a look at this thing. So, where did this thing come from?
I took it from somebody.
Okay.
It may be powerful because the man he took it from seems to be quite powerful.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's also Cheppy's friend.
Okay.
We are meant to return it, but we'd like to know what it does first.
Yeah, alright. So, it's got a bit of a... this thing is not working.
And he takes out a jeweler's eye and he shakes it, and as he does, I'm going to cast Identify, and it starts to glow.
Okay, so this is a gem.
Yeah, you see that
That-
fire thing in there? You see that?
Yes, I do see that in there.
You can tell that this is an elemental gem. And inside this gem is trapped the essence of an elemental. Specifically, this one is a fire elemental.
Okay, so good news, bad news. Which one would you like first?
Bad?
Bad.
Bad.
Okay, bad.
Lead up with the good.
It's a fire elemental.
What?
Would you like
It's
the
a
good news?
crystal.
Okay.
Okay. Well, this is going to be a DIY explanation. I'm going to give you the parts, and you're going to have to assemble it yourself. The second part is, or the first part is, this is the essence of an elemental in this gem.
Okay.
And now the second part is just the bad news that you have to.
Wait,
It's a
you
fire
said
elemental, so I guess I was the one who explained and made the DIY there. So it's.
But you said the first part was the bad part, and then you
No, I
said
said
it
the
was,
first part. I said, what would you like first, the good news or the bad news? And you said
we should-
the bad news, and then I said it was
Yeah.
a fire elemental. So that was what I gave you
Oh,
first.
okay.
So,
Was it
And
making
the first
sure?
part, and it was just the second half of the sentence. That's
well,
all.
what does that mean? So it's in there? Can, like,
It's in there. Oh boy, is it.
no, like you could let it out, or I'm not
You
asking you to
can.
do that. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm just asking, is that a thing? Like,
What would this essence of fire elemental be used for?
How'd
I
they
don't know.
get it in there?
Selling,
Yeah.
maybe? Keeping warm? Is it warm to the touch?
Yes, it definitely would be.
Yeah, it's definitely warm. It's a little toasty, which is nice.
oh man, I just had that in my
Right.
bag the whole time. Damn it.
It's a little cold. I mean, it's a little warmer outside. Are you sure?
It is. No, it's definitely this crystal.
Okay, you can stop rubbing it on your face. That's
Okay,
fine.
okay. Yep. So it's definitely got some warmth to it. And then, I don't know, you could probably crack it open, see if it's inside. Maybe get a little spawnling of an elemental, if you're a little sparkling, maybe.
Wait,
You want to try it?
Or it's a big guy and it kills us.
That's also a
probably
risk.
angry that it's been stuck in there for
Is this
God
something
knows
that
how
you-
long.
Well, yeah. Is this something that like we could open and then like would be a helpful thing, or would it open it and then murder all of us?
What else do I know about this?
Yeah. Do we know any? Do I know anything about elemental?
My spell.
Well, Mortis knows that if the gem were broken, it would cast the conjure elemental spell.
Okay,
You
so
can
it's-
make anybody else can make an Arcana check if they know anything about
Yeah,
fire
I'm wondering
elementals.
because I know druids eventually get to that point. So yeah, I'll you said Arcana
Mm-hmm.
16.
It's a little fragile. There's a little bit of a dust that's coming off it when I just knock this on it. Which
Don't stop doing that, Morty.
Yeah,
what
no,
if it blows
please be
up?
careful.
Well, that's what I was going to say. If it does break, then
We don't
we'll
want to get
have an.
disintegrated again.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
this
not
time
sure we
I'm
can bring
looking
you
at
back
what it is.
again. That was
Well,
very fortunate. Let's
Well, this-
not
I
have
could-
that happen again.
You
Alright.
okay? So a while back
You crack
mentioned-
this puppy open, an elemental pops out of it. That's it. And I'm not going to crack it open anymore. But it is a crack here, a bit of a fissuring happening right there as well.
Okay.
But be careful with it. There you go.
Thanks. Well, hold on. Actually, hold on to it.
Okay. Yes, I will.
No. I'm
Holding on.
still
to
gonna
it.
need it back. You mentioned that you could, like with your magical bag, that you could maybe make another one of those. Can you do that with the gem? Could you make another one of these? I don't know how this.
How would you want to do that?
I'm just wondering.
Okay. So let's say this is like. Let's just say it's an egg. Okay? Let's
Okay.
just use the term an egg.
Sure.
A nice toasty egg that we can, if we were able to replicate an egg,
We need a chicken.
you would need a chicken.
Okay, I get
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, I get
So
it.
it would
Okay.
be pretty weird if we were to be like, hey, I've created life out of this rock. I don't know if we could. I don't know if. I mean, I've never tried it, but it's definitely something I could look at if you want me to keep it. I could keep it. I'll just go ahead
That's
and I
fine.
can.
No.
Give it back. Give it back. Okay,
back.
so
You know what eggs make? They make mayonnaise. So
well, no, here. So no, I'll just take it back.
That's right. Okay. You should right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there's probably some more features that I should take a look at it, and then
Really?
Ray, you and Moonbrook would know basically that elementals are the incarnate of the living elements. It is a wild spirit of elemental force, and it has no desire except to course through the element of its native plane. When an elemental is summoned to this plane, they are generally unhappy, and especially if they are in places where they don't belong.
Like Icewind Dale, maybe?
Okay.
Could he have been using this to stay warm and
No, I think this was a
maintain his-
backup. I think this was a worst case. Oh shit! Let me break this. That's just who he is.
And he wants you back.
Just let you know,
Yeah.
do not fucking break that thing. It will go psycho, and I don't
No, I can.
really want to deal with that, so...
Oh yeah, I don't want it anymore. Whoa! You just get
Oh my
got
god.
it.
Okay.
You got it.
Don't do that.
Wait, I think you should take that from him right
Yeah,
now.
if you'll just
Yes.
please.
All right.
Morty.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
All right.
I just had a fucking heart attack, man.
Same.
We can't tell
Good thing
Teriel
I've got
about
potions
that.
for the. Well,
Yes. Nobody mentioned this, please.
Okay.
He
and I
does not
feel
need any more stress.
conflicted. Okay, stress. All right, I'm gonna go. If anybody's good with me for a bit, I'm gonna go crack open some of them bottles. All right, and then fill them, and then we'll
Thank
all
you.
have potions.
Thank you for looking
okay.
at that. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
No problem. Okay. All right. No one bother me. No one come in here. Don't look at me.
I think he's going for a poo.
Another one?
No, I,
No, that was Ray last
No.
time.
I think they both already went. Didn't
Hey.
That's a lot of poo.
Mm-hmm.
they? That is a lot of poop. But he does eat a lot of mayo. It probably just goes right through him.
I think that just stops you up.
You're right. Probably is the mayo. How are we doing, Moonbrook? How close are we getting? Can you tell where we
I
are?
don't have to go to the bathroom if you're asking me that, because I eat a lot of mayo as well. I'm fine.
No,
Oh, you mean that
You're-
we're doing
you're-
great.
Debbie
This is
wasn't-
fine.
We're, yeah.
You can see the city of Bryn Shander up ahead.
There's Bryn Shander, right there, right there.
And I'm gonna need
We
everyone's
can see
bottles.
it.
what?
Need your bottles from
Nissa,
yesterday.
you got my...
Oh.
Nissa, you got the bottle.
Oh,
Hold on.
yes. Yes.
Here you go.
Yes. Here.
you go.
Here,
Yep.
here's both.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you for those. They
Uh-huh.
saved my behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine too.
It's coming up. New batch coming right
You're
up.
welcome, Ray. You're welcome, Nissa.
Yeah,
All right,
actually,
just remember me next time.
no, I,
you know,
I do.
always.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
It was pretty amazing, Moonbrook, seeing you go up those stairs. Straight to
Did you
Ray.
see me
It was
do-
badass.
Did you see me jump from the thing? That like I jumped, and it
No, I
was
didn't see that.
wicked. You
Debbie
you
didn't see
that?
it.
No,
You
I
didn't
had,
see
like,
that
a bunch
either?
of- a
Did
bitch-
you see
bunch of
that?
assholes in front of me. I did. I looked. There was
Nobody
nothing
saw
else.
me
Debbie was
jump
looking
like
up front.
1,000 feet.
No.
Oh god.
1,000
Well, I
feet.
totally didn't trip, so I
I
landed
believe
really
you.
cool.
I believe you.
You
Yeah,
approach
Exactly.
the western gates, the northern gates rather, of Bryn Shander. You can see that the gates are open.
Huh.
They're finally open up here. We don't have to go around the other side.
I wonder
There
if they've
are-
noticed the warmth.
Carts and stuff moving through the gates. People are around.
Wait, what is fucking going on here? This is very weird. I come here all the time on deliveries, you know, so this is
Yeah, it's-
very... I've never seen this. I mean,
lot of
I've
activity,
never
yeah.
seen this, right?
Well, it's
No.
been a long time.
Not since I came to the Dale.
Is it because it's warm?
I mean, that's kind of a quick turnaround. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, we don't really know how far this is working. We put it at the cabin, and we're all the way down here. Maybe they've been feeling the warmth for a while.
Yeah, it's possible.
We could always ask, The lady at the church, Cheppy's forgetting her
Yes.
name.
While you're driving through the gates and around into the town, you can hear people talking. It hasn't been this warm in years.
Huh.
Do you see the snow is dripping? It's dripping.
We did that.
Yeah, but
We
don't
have to
say
ask
anything.
somebody how long it's been happening.
Yes. We should.
How long have we been on the
definitely talk
road?
to Copper.
You traveled all through the night. You would imagine
Maybe 10
that it
hours,
is,
something like that.
in fact, the locals would be able to tell that it is probably morning.
So like,
Still
I
dark.
guess a long rest is 8
It would've been
hours.
a-
Yeah.
The
like-
travel from the cabin through the rough road to Tourmaline and the road, 10 hours probably, all the way to where we are now, I'd say. 8 to 10.
Sweet.
Hey, boy, you there?
Yes,
How long has it been this hot?
it's been warm for, I don't know, a few hours now.
A few hours? Like, how many is the few, you know?
2 hours, maybe?
Huh. Okay.
Thank you. It's 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been that we started some sort of reaction in the atmosphere. If it warmed up in one area, perhaps it led to warmth here. I don't know. It could not be
Maybe.
us. It could be something else. We should
Yes.
talk with Copper, and we should go back and speak with Maishan. Let her know
Oh,
what we've done.
absolutely. You
That's
know,
smart. Could we go to Copper first?
Sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Tariel was driving all night, so I know he needs a few hours. I don't know. He might need a little bit of time before he's ready to get up and go.
You fucking stay in the car for all I care. We can.
Yeah, I don't want to leave him alone.
I think he would want to see her.
Yes.
He's able to nap in the car when we're going around, so he can just come in and see her. I think Tariel would be sad if we didn't wake him up to talk to Copper, especially after seeing the god.
Yes.
Oh
I
yeah,
agree.
his deity. Yeah, okay, that's
Cheppy
fine.
feels amazing since then. It's been crazy.
Yes. As do I. This morning I felt
Strong?
stronger. Yeah.
Cheppy felt it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, you guys look totally buff, like buffer than you did yesterday. So,
So do you, Moonbrook.
I mean, of course. You know, I did that jump and it worked out every muscle in my body. So,
The god
Do you
did
remember
bless
how
us
we
all.
get to Coppers again?
It's not hard.
yes, I do.
All right, let's head there then.
Pulling through the
would we-
town, you
Yeah.
continue to drive through the center of town, and you can see that there is a bustle here that you have not seen since you have been here. The locals that have been in Bryn Shander probably haven't seen anything like this for a very long time. Really only some sort of special event or something along those lines. Some sort of holiday or some sort of joyous occasion. There is happiness on the faces of the people here in Bryn Shander. And that is perhaps something you didn't think you'd ever see again.
It's fucking scary. You see those smiles on their faces?
Yes, even though we are passing by, I rarely see that.
People
It's
are out of their
beautiful.
homes, not shying away and running from the cold.
The warmth. It makes things easier. Makes things better.
Cheppy has Frog out. Is he feeling good out in this heat?
Oh yes. Frog is much more active than usual.
Just gonna place him on her head.
Ribbon.
I got you, Frog. It's so sunny, maybe we'll catch some flies.
The cart pulls up to the house of the Morning Lord.
Cheppy, do you want to maybe wake Teriel?
I should wait, like, you know, about 4 more hours.
I don't know. We're on the road.
I
for a
think
bit.
he would be unhappy if he didn't get to speak with Mishan.
But yeah, we could chill. Like, it's not a big deal. 4 hours is no big deal.
We could go into a pub somewhere and just have a couple of drinks while Teriel sleeps in the cart, and then we can go talk to Copper. That way he can get his rest. We can do like a little rest in a pub. Cheppy can get a drink.
That would be totally okay. Sure, we can eat some food. We've been through quite a lot.
Order up. All right, so here you are, everyone. I got a couple of these. So this one's for you, Chippy. This one's for you, Ray.
Thank you.
They're all the same. This one's for you, Nissa.
Thank
And
you.
Moonbrook, this one is for you. They're all the same. They're all potions of health healing. And this one
Thank you.
is Teriel's. Yep, of course.
Amazing.
What are they,
Quite
Morty?
handy. I think
They're
health
potions of healing.
healing potions.
Morty, we're gonna go to a bar. Do you want to have some drinks with us and food?
We're gonna let Teriel rest until
Yeah.
he's ready, and then
Yes, yeah. I could do that.
all
I
right.
could drink. I could eat something.
Is
Do
there
you guys know anywhere good in here? Cheppy doesn't really know the place.
Moonbrook? You must know a good place.
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on, let me look at my notes because I know that I have them. Of course, I know. 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the North Look, which you passed already at the North Gate, and Kelvin's
British Andrew?
Comfort.
Yeah, that's where we're going. Kelvin's. We're going to go see Ogden, Flamebeard, my boy. He buys the
All right.
good mead from me.
Cheppy's gonna have some good mead.
Good mead would be wonderful, actually.
Yeah, it's actually the best mead, you know. So yeah.
Well, do you think they've had someone else delivering it? Because that stuff would go out so fast.
Oh, yeah, that's a little awkward. You can have the next best thing,
Second best.
which is
mead.
not good mead. It's not good mead at all. I think that you're absolutely correct. I haven't made a delivery.
Well, I mean, after so long, they probably got someone else. I'm just saying, I don't know if they'll have it or not.
And it
Do you think
better
they
be
think I
called-
died? I mean, that's good for me, I guess. Unless they go to my house back in Goodmead and take all my shit, so...
Well, that would have happened immediately. And you
So
know
what's
that.
good mead? Is that a town or is that a product? What is that?
Yeah, well, it's both a town and a product. It's really good mead. And
Good
it's
mead from
it's a
Good
town.
Mead. It is
Okay.
actually quite good mead.
It's the best that you're gonna find anywhere around here.
And is your competition mediocre? Because that would be.
What?
Yes,
Mediocre
Are you
mead?
trying to
That's not
put
even
people
a
out of
thing.
business?
it sure is.
You know, I was thinking. I was just wondering if you had good mead, then would the competition be mediocre mead?
Mediocre? I got it! Damn! You're so clever!
Pretty clever
That was
guy.
good. That was really good.
So you're saying there isn't, and I should start that up.
I mean, if you want to be mediocre...
Now that you say that, I don't think I want to do it. When you say it like that,
I mean,
We should talk about this inside the bar.
okay.
That's a good plan. Yes. Let's go drink.
You head inside the bar, and you enjoy some beverages, you have some food, and Teriel would have finally passed out. after you have your meals and you have some drink, the group emerges from the bar. And I would like each of you to tell me how many drinks you ordered.
Probably
2.
4.
4 for Cheppy.
I think 2 for me as well.
I don't think I ordered any this time. I think from
I would have. If you weren't drinking at all, I'm sure that me and Moonbrook would have put one in front of you each.
that's fine. I would
Yeah, we would have.
absolutely
Yeah, I would
take
buy
it.
you one.
But there's no fucking way I would have purchased anything.
And the
I just-
place, by the way, would be packed with people. Even though it's the morning, everyone seems to be celebrating the newfound warmth here in Icewind Dale.
No, it's never this busy. He must be making so much money right now.
Yeah, glad he's not out of good mead or some kind of mead.
At
Someone's
some point,
fucking
he's
delivering
going to
us.
be.
Yeah. Here, Morty, have
Yes.
a drink.
Thank you. And this is my only one,
Okay,
because I haven't been paid yet.
Cheppy, I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from you. And one more, please.
fucking, she's a tank.
Cheppy's gonna order another drink.
Each one costs 2 silver, by the way. So this would be 10 silver or 1 gold piece for all these drinks for you, Cheppy. The rest of you can minus your drinks appropriately. Anybody that had 2 drinks, and I think that was Nissa. Nissa, you can go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw. Absolutely. You hold your liquor. No problem. Moonbrook, how many did you say you had?
Also 2.
You also had 2? Make a
2.
con save.
2. Okay, sorry. Con save right here. Fucking great, man.
Nice.
Yeah. Moonbrook's not doing so hot. I'll let you decide what happened there, Moonbrook, but it wasn't good.
Yo, man. This ain't good meat. This ain't good meat.
Yeah, but you chugged it. Like,
Oh no.
it's okay to nurse it. You know, even if
I don't
people
think
you
she
go.
poke
ate
it,
any
it's okay
food
to-
before she
There you
drank.
go,
Usually
nice.
she's much better at
Want some mayonnaise?
drinking.
We should get some food.
No.
God.
Okay. Is that a
I think
no
she
in the
needs
mayonnaise?
some bread or something along those
She needs
lines.
some knucklehead trout.
No,
I
no,
need
no,
help.
No, that's
I
worse.
need help.
That's
Yeah,
worse.
Moonbrook.
No,
Okay, she
no.
needs help. Oh, okay, you need
You-
help. Okay, what do you need help with?
Moonbrook, you are unfortunately poisoned. Drank a little too quickly.
Okay.
Here, maybe one of the healing potions.
No. It's got to run through a system. She's
Moonbrook is kind like she looks green. I mean, she looks a little green.
Oh, this is
We could
not
probably get
Yeah,
somebody
watch
at
it.
the church to look after her. Maybe a cleric. She doesn't look too great. Cheppy's seen this happen before. You don't recover from this.
good. Okay,
You
maybe
need
we should make
medicine.
our way to back to the church. That's yeah. All right, let's go. I'm gonna like put her arm over my shoulder and be like, all right, slowly, just keep stepping. It's okay.
She
We're gonna
can't
get you to the church.
keep her feet underneath her. She's gonna need. She's stumbling
Ray
all over
or
the place.
Somebody maybe help me, please.
Cheppy's gonna get water while you get her.
Okay. Let's.
I will help, my friends.
okay.
He jumps off of the stool that he's on and comes over.
There we go. Come on.
Fucking one arm is like this and one arm is like this.
Yep. Come on.
I try to stoop a little, and we're just half carrying, half dragging her out.
I got her legs.
We see them emerge from the from Kelvin's comfort and trying to get back to the cart. You
I don't
load
think
up.
they're gonna want me in there.
You load up Moonbrook, sort of tossing her into the cart, and you get yourselves together. You can see that Teriel is still clutching the summer star, or he was. It sort of just rolled away from his hands.
Mortis goes to take it, and then he stops. And he moves it a little bit closer and then wraps it in Teriel's fingers. There we go.
You
And
can
he
see that
moves
the
his arm to
charcoal,
his chest.
the charcoal in the center of the device has basically crumpled to powder as you move it.
Oh boy. Oh, okay.
That's not your fault. That's not your fault. I saw it too. That's okay.
Maybe
What I
its
get for trying
effect
to do
is
something nice.
being used up.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That looks like that's spent, so it's okay.
We should probably get it to Copper as soon as we can. And
Touch it.
Terrio. Maybe he should be the only one to touch it for now.
The
Yes,
charcoal.
let's keep it wrapped.
Sorry.
Yeah, can we get there soon? Because I'm enthroned.
Yes. Let's
Yeah,
go
can you, like,
inside the
put your
church.
head
Or let's
on the
go to the
outside?
church first.
Yeah, I'll drive.
Too
but
late,
just-
man. It's coming back.
It's not too late if you do it
Cheppy's
now.
gonna go back and like push her out the window, and she's just gonna stand there holding Moonbrook as they go to the church.
Moonbrook,
Can you hold my
have some
hand?
mayonnaise.
Rub my back. Man, I don't want your mayonnaise now.
Okay.
I think
No for the
maybe
mayonnaise.
once she feels better. Let's go.
Hey.
Ray, do you need help up there?
No, I've got it.
All right.
Thank you though.
Well, Steven, is this the charcoal that turned into powder and then kind of like in my hands? Does it seem like it was used up? Did it turn to ash, like gray, like it was burned up and then disintegrated? Okay, so it kind of represents that it was heated or something, or it was okay.
Yeah,
okay,
like
okay,
an extinct, like a used piece of charcoal.
Yeah. Okay, so with all of the
Just sort of
properties of a used piece of
crumpled
charcoal,
to
into
ash.
gray ash. Gross. Okay, wonderful. And where are you, Ray?
I'm in the front and I'm driving.
Okay. I think he's gonna poke his head out.
It's not far. You can see the House of the Morning Lord right up ahead.
Probably as soon as we start moving, he's gonna be like, "Hey, I got an idea."
You saw what happened with the the charcoal in the morning
Yeah, it's like it just-
star.
yeah, just sort of just lit.
Yeah. It kind of like deteriorated as if it was burned up or something.
Right.
Can I see the gem? Can I see that gem?
Maybe we
Oh,
should
God.
wait for Teriel to wake.
Just want to see it. I'm not going to do anything crazy. Just size differences and stuff.
Oh, you're just gonna.
Oh.
I think I.
Yep.
Okay,
I've
just
heard an
don't
idea,
actually
but
do anything. We should definitely talk to Copper first.
I promise I
No,
won't.
just don't put it in. Just put it next to it, and don't touch anything. I know what you. I got it. Don't do
Okay.
anything.
Thank
There you
you. Okay.
The card comes to a stop in front of the House of the Morning Lord. And that is where we're going to take a break. Well.
We've had pooping and vomiting.
Oh,
So-
yes.
I have not been able to not laugh twice already.
It's been pretty hilarious.
Let's see what happens next to our group as they return the Summer Star in a bustling Bryn Shander, something that has not been seen for years. What will happen now that the Summer Star is extinguished?
I
Find
think
out
Teriel's
soon.
gonna wake up and be like, "Why does it smell like shit all around me?" Anyway,
And vomit.
We're going to take a little bit of a break. If you haven't done so, please make sure you follow all of these wonderful people. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/Rime, R-I-M-E, to go follow them in all of the places. We will be back soon. Hang tight for more Rime of the Frostmaiden back in just a little bit. As the group stops in front of the House of the Morning Lord, Mortis contemplates the use of the elemental gem.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
I think Mortis goes back and he just tries to size up both the piece of the morning, or the I'm sorry, what is it called? It's the summer star.
Summer Star.
And the
And it looks like it could,
but I don't actually know. Does it would it fit?
Does it look like it would fit? The gem is significantly smaller than the large piece of charcoal that was there before.
Oh, I thought it would have been the other way. Okay. He goes, no, okay. And he places it back carefully on Teriel's chest, and then covers it with Teriel's sleepy hand, and then he comes back to the front of the cart.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
Yep.
What, how did it look?
It would fit.
I definitely think this is something we should ask Copper about.
Oh yeah, I don't want to do this. I just, nothing wrong with thinking things through. But yeah.
I mean, it might be a good idea, Morty, but I'm glad that you didn't just do it. But it might be a good idea. Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm trying. And how did I do?
I'm
you
proud
did
of
great.
you.
Thank you.
The problem is I promised I was going to bring this back.
Well,
make this about you. How was my composure of that? We'll come to you in a second, but I just was still on me for a bit. So, was it professional enough? Were we all friendly? Do we think that was nice of me to do, or am I a friend? Are we friends yet?
I think we're getting there. I did buy you a drink, so just be satisfied with that for now.
I mean, we've been dead together. I think that, I think
That's
that
true.
connects people.
It's like this bonding thing that we're all kind of doing. Okay, sorry. What were you saying? Now to you.
I think the warmth of all of Icewind Dale might matter more, and we would defend you if he came after you.
I know,
but
I'm just saying it's something I have to consider because I promised I would, and that's a big thing to Teriel, and it's a big thing to me. So I just want to put it out there that is something I did. So I'm not just gonna throw that away.
Even to Teriel, I think, bringing warmth to Icewind Dale, that's his biggest mission, isn't it? So
yeah, that's true. I don't know.
I mean, we don't even know if this would work or if this is a thing, but I think it's worth looking into.
Well, we'll definitely mention it to Copper and at least get some sort of direction.
And if anything, we would defend you, right?
Oh, I know. But I don't want to put you in that situation.
At first we were kind of iffy, but now you're one of us.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I know you would. I just don't want to put us in that. I don't want to be the reason for that.
You wouldn't be. At that point, you wouldn't be, because you're choosing to help all of Icewind Dale, so it would be that guy being insane and choosing himself. It would be his fault, not your fault, at that point.
Yeah.
You'd be doing something good.
You'd
be putting yourself at risk for everyone's sake.
Yeah.
We don't even know if this is a thing. Let's get Moonbrook to the healer. Let's talk to Michonne, and then we'll talk to Copper. We should probably wake up Teriel.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh.
Moonbrook still, huh?
Moonbrook out the window.
Ariel? Buddy?
Ariel?
You can see that Teriel has entered a trance.
Oh. Okay.
Do you think he needs more time?
Maybe? I don't know. I mean, I don't fully understand how elves do all these things.
Let's get Moonbrook to the healer first, and if anything, we can always come back here.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Oh God. Okay. Let's I don't want to throw up on or her to throw up on us as we pull her out. Can we like pull her? Can you, Moonbrook?
What?
Look, keep your face near the window as we pull you out the front, okay?
What? Okay, how the hell am I supposed to...
Just
Hold
face the
Let's
wall.
just go.
It's coming up.
All right.
The good news is we can't get
Okay,
lost.
no, we're good. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay. Let's go.
No, I'm not.
Ugh.
Because
Maybe we
if
should get
do,
the
we can
cleric to
follow
come
the
out
trail.
here to Moonbrook. Chubby
I
can
guess
stay
we
out
could do
here with
that.
her, and you guys can bring somebody out.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I don't think she can walk.
We'll go. Okay.
Is it
We'll go
that
inside.
bad?
All right. All right. Let's
She's
go
pretty
inside.
bad, Morty.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I wish I was prepared for this.
So yeah, we would probably hop out and then go inside.
Okay. You haul the poisoned Moonbrook along with you, making your way towards the front door of the House of the Morning Lord.
Okay.
We'll knock.
Okay.
Oh, come on, Moonbrook. Someone help me with her. She's so heavy.
Here.
Hey, you know what? Fuck you, Chubby.
Chubby's heavy too, Moonbrook. It's okay. Thick butts.
It's good to be heavy in Icewind Dale.
You knock
Things are strong.
on the front door, Nissa.
Solid.
The door opens. Hello. Welcome back.
Hey, man.
Hello.
We need some help before she pukes on your feet.
Yes. Be
Oh
careful.
my. All right, bring her in.
Okay.
Chubby's
Here you
gonna
go.
help Nissa.
Yeah.
Go.
Please help her.
Sit
She's.
her in the chair there.
There you
Someone
go.
chopped poisoned her.
She
She had
does
a
so
little
much.
too much to drink.
Yeah.
Door closes behind you. You sit her down in front of Mishan. And she says, "Ah, too much to drink, you say?
Yes.
Well, I can help. I normally charge for such things, but you have done good work."
Oh, we've done. Okay. Yeah. That's very kind of you. Also, is Kappa here right now? We have some
Yes.
news.
He is. Oh, good.
Did you complete the task that Copper asked of you?
We did.
Have you felt outside?
And then some.
Have you been outside? The place is popping.
It's a great day.
It's hot.
It has been rather loud, and
It's warm.
And
We're
popping.
bringing warmth.
what do you mean you?
Well, there was an item that Copper apparently was working on at that cabin with his friend, and we completed the item. We fixed it and activated it, and then the warmth came.
It's amazing.
We're not sure how long it'll last, but we want to talk to Copper and see if we can make it continue.
We also talked to,
I have a theory.
I think his name was Lathander?
What do you mean?
Well, like Teriel spoke with him. He came and blessed us. It's pretty
Yeah.
great. Cheppy feels real strong.
Yeah, I do too, man.
I'm
I
sorry,
feel
you
super
say that
strong.
Lathander came. You saw Lathander.
We
He was
did.
big and glowing.
I didn't. And,
He blessed us.
I
He brought them back from the
Joy.
dead. They were gone. They were ash.
I don't know. If
These
that-
guys were
amazing.
ashes. Cheppy cried into their ashes and he brought them back.
It was,
It's been a day.
yeah, it's been, but it's warm now.
It's been a warm day. It's been a warm day. It's been several days.
Are you all right?
Oh, right. You speak of such things so casually, and how am I supposed to be? Oh, right. You say that you saw Lathander.
Well, I didn't. And Mords did not.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
saved
man.
you guys.
He was like, and we were like,
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was very intense.
It's pretty great. It was very
Nice.
shiny.
Kind of epic.
Something is different about you.
He blessed us. He blessed us, and you know, when I woke up this morning, I felt stronger. Quite a good feeling.
And I'm alive.
Same.
Yes, they were gone, and he brought them back, and we were very grateful.
And I'm very sorry.
Usually
Copper!
Moonbrook's a little more alone.
Copper!
his face. Yeah, I'm with Copper. You don't need to yell.
I hope we didn't upset him.
You hear someone clomping down the stairs. Copper emerges. Furry outfit. Little bear outfit on. He's got the hood pulled back now.
Ooh. Bit warm. What's going on? Oh,
Hi.
you're back.
Hello?
How do you like our warmth?
Well, hold
We
on,
think
guys.
we think this was us, maybe.
Hold on.
What?
We've got
What?
some good news.
Did
but
you
we
see?
also got some...
Did you see Macretus?
Yes.
Oh,
We
we
got
saw
a little bit of bad
Oh,
news.
well, they did.
Man.
Where is he?
He's passed on.
Yikes.
Lathander said he found peace.
What do you mean?
We spoke to Lathander. He came to us at the cabin.
I didn't.
We fixed the thing you were working on, the summer star. You were right. It needed a third ring. Our
How
two
did
friends.
How did you know about that?
Okay.
We found your
okay.
blueprints and
So
your
hold-
journal.
Yeah, okay. So, he touched it. No offense.
Guilty.
And it went off. And we were vaporized.
It was
but we was
incredibly painful.
Chubby went out a window.
We were still there with Macretus. And
They saw him.
we were
You
sort of
spoke
like
with him.
tethered there, yeah. And
We could fly.
we could.
It's pretty cool.
To us, they were ghosts. I never saw them as ghosts, but Moonbrook did, the drunk one. She's all right. She's just a little poisoned. But she saw them and felt them, and they kind of directed us a little, and that's how we found the blueprints and your journal, and we figured out that we needed to make a third ring, and so we did. Moonbrook and Teriel, he's resting right now, but he has the summer star, actually. And
Yeah, it is outside, and I know this is a whole lot to take in all at once, and I'm really sorry. We're sort of, I don't know. It's
Professionals.
Lathander said that your friend, he completed his task, that he could move on with peace.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
sorry that he's gone.
But Mortis and I were there when these guys fixed the ring. He got to see it activate. He got to see that. He
The
got to
two
see
of
that
you-
happen.
You want to see it?
Created an amazing thing. I mean, you may have argued, but the two of you together made this warmth happen. We just finished your work. Really.
Oh.
You want to sit down?
You say you saw the thunder?
Well, we
We
did.
did. He brought them back and blessed us.
He came to talk to Teriel.
Oh. And Macretus is gone.
Yes.
We
Is
laid
it
him
peace?
to rest. We didn't just leave him. We started something new, what we do, and we buried him outside of his cabin and gave him a proper farewell.
Well, thank you. I don't really know what to say. I thought maybe he was hurt, but I didn't.
He'll always be remembered.
If
He
it makes
did
you
something
feel-
amazing with your help.
It wouldn't be warm outside without him. He did this. He was amazing.
And if it makes you feel better, he was, because we were able to talk to him, because when we were vaporized, this says a lot, isn't it?
It is.
When we were vaporized, we were able to talk to him, and he wanted to know how you were doing, and we said he's been doing great. And
Yeah,
he
he asked
also, and then we should be thanking you, because without your genius, we would still be there, dead.
No,
Yeah.
we got into an argument and I left. I left him there and he's gone.
It's not your fault. He wanted to try. You know, all of us have been
He was
stubborn a
stubborn.
time or two.
He thought he was right, and I didn't want to be right like this.
You want to know
Copper,
what I
every
said?
time the sun shines on you now, you just have to think of him. That was him who did this, with your help and our help. He's not gone. Every day the sun shines in Icewind Dale. Every time it warms up, it's because of him and you and the things you did.
Oh, when
Together.
we fix this eternal night, but yeah. Look, whatever happened between you two, and whatever roads led to this is a loss. But this outside is a good thing. So as hard as this loss is, at least you have that.
Right.
Sorry.
Where's your friend? Terrio.
He's dead.
He's in the cart outside.
See, we got
and
him.
he's got
He's sleeping.
He's
Yeah.
in a trance. He's resting. He and Moonbrook stayed up and worked on that third ring for so many hours. And then there was a battle afterwards. These creatures attacked us. But so he needed his rest. We rested on the trip here while he kept watch, actually.
The
So
water quenched the ring, and then they used a dagger to engrave it. Could you believe that?
it's all we had because somebody stole the tools.
It was, yep.
It was actually pretty funny because
I think this is a little overwhelming.
Yeah, but yeah, we need your help.
To go into the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We should
need your
probably
help.
get Moonbrook up too.
I know, but she just
we
fucked
do
it
need
up
to
so
take
many
care
times.
of her. But once Teriel's awake, we'd like to put our heads together with you and see if we could make this last, because the ring, you know, it had that charcoal in the center.
Yes.
It seems like that's almost used up. And
But I have a theory.
yeah, Morty had an idea, and we don't know if it would work, but we wanted to get your opinion, or maybe you know something else that would work to maintain it.
Well, yes, yes, but can you have the summer star? Can you bring it inside? I can have a look.
Can maybe you come out to the cart to look at it?
Yes,
Chubby doesn't want to.
come out.
Chubby doesn't want to
Okay.
take it from Teriel.
Yeah, it's just a.
It means a lot to
Good
him
guys.
right now.
Yes, I can have a look. I won't be able to tell much without
Yeah.
investigating it, but
You can pick it up, but I just don't want
yeah.
it to leave the cart.
all right.
I mean, this is.
We
This
should
is
wake
essentially-
him soon, but
I mean, you know, we realize this isn't ours. We totally get that. We're just a little concerned about what it was and everything that's happened. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
could
Also,
someone
a
help
cleric for
Moonbrook?
Moonbrook.
Yeah, please.
Blech, she just fucking throws up all over the floor.
She's gonna keep doing that. It's pretty disruptive.
Mishan sort of
That's
jumps out of the way and
Oh my! All right.
I've been holding that one for a minute.
Yeah, we were all so happy that it was warm and that we survived, and so we celebrated it. And she just celebrated a little too hard, but you know.
I'm well aware of such celebrations. I used to be an adventurer myself. Yes, I believe she is poisoned. Let's see what we can do.
you can see a light glow from Mishan's hands. And you're feeling better, Moonbrook.
Damn. Wow. You're fucking good, man.
Thank you.
Wow.
Sorry, I know this is sorry.
No, you're fine. I just think you
Nice.
should help clean that up because that's yours.
Yeah, you should get a mop.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross, Moonbrook.
And this is their place, and they just did that.
Do you have a broom anywhere, Copper?
Yeah, I can do.
sawdust.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, I'll go find the mop and the broom. Excuse me.
Copper
Yeah,
rushes
no,
off.
I'll help you.
Brings the stuff back. You clean up. And you
Yep.
take Copper outside to the cart.
Wow, I haven't seen it this busy in Bryn Shander since, well, for a very long time.
Yeah,
The north
warmth is-
gate was open. We came in
Everyone's
through the
out.
north gate.
Yeah. Does that matter?
No, that's a
no.
big deal, man.
Oh, why? Yeah.
Well, not really. I haven't seen that happen for a long time. It is warm out. It must have worked.
That's what that's what they were telling you.
We just want to keep it going.
If you want, you can hop up in there, and there's an elf in there, and there's a little bundle, and it's in there. So if you want to hop in, we can.
Yeah, we'll show you. Let's go inside.
He hops up. Teriel is leaned up against something in deep trance.
May I?
Yeah.
Like I said, that's essentially yours. That's not ours. So
Oh yes, charcoal is completely burned away. Oh, and the rune work is
Yep.
It obviously worked.
Yeah, we just we worked with what we had.
Well, I don't know if it's possible for it to get working again.
Did
Maybe I
we?
can
Question?
make a new.
Yeah, if we could build another one. Morty also had an idea. We have this.
I'll take it from here. We have an idea. I have an idea. It's is there a bit of like a is that was it coal a fuel of that thing? 'Cause it
Well,
seemed
it's-
like
it's-
when I picked it up earlier.
It's a
it
reagent.
kind of-
Yeah,
Okay.
It works as a reagent.
We do have this.
Oh,
Right.
God. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to do that here.
It's a part of the presentation, right?
Yeah, here, take it.
Yes. Okay. So we have this. It's got a there's a bit of there's a thing in there like an elemental, like a mote of an elemental inside. So we're thinking if maybe potentially, and I don't think when I say we I mean me. It was my idea. Steve's idea is mine, and everyone else is just supporting me on it. They're inside. There is a an elemental, and I was wondering if we could use the elemental to be the reagent for this ever-burning
Well, it's
summer star.
such a thing. It would be possible, but all of the calculations would be completely different.
Oh, 100%.
Several of the spells would have to change. I suppose it might be possible, but I'd need to study the summer star and the elemental. I mean, this took us a very long time to make.
Oh.
What if we
You said that
Gave
you
it
saw
the
the
copper
plans. You saw the blueprints. This took. I mean, this took many months and several revisions and.
Well,
I would love to help you with it. If that's like we can put our brains together and we can figure this out.
You probably cut down on some time too.
You want to stay here for months and try to make this
Well,
work?
That is your choice.
is there anything we could do to help? Like collecting things while we're out?
No, it's just a lot of calculations and finding the right spells and changing all the rune work, and it's a lot of work.
Fucking rune work is fucking hard, man.
Well, what if we
I
just
mean,
All
got
of
more
those-
charcoal for the center?
Even that
That's
wouldn't work necessarily. You see, when the charcoal is burned up, the runes start to degrade immediately. You can see right here.
And he points, and you can see several of the runes have started to change shape a little bit. And you can also see that the rings are a bit bent.
right. Well, I mean, if this could help the Dale, we have to try. We have to leave it with him.
Yeah. I want to talk to Teriel before we make any decisions. But if you guys are okay with this, maybe we can leave the gem with copper for now with this. Still with the idea of giving it back to sell a dash eventually. We just maybe not go that way for a while. Because, I mean,
Also,
with what you were saying...
this
Oh.
this device, it won't last forever. I mean, it's warmth.
How long does it usually last?
Well, I mean, this is the first successful use of it, but the nearest that we could tell would be maybe a few days at most.
Even with an elemental to fuel it.
Well, he'd have to
As
figure
I
that
said,
out again.
we can't. If we were simply to place it inside of the device is damaged. It's been used. It's been extinguished. The magic is gone.
Right. Okay. So, I think, are we all here? At least I know we're still going to talk to Terry, but we agreed to leave this with him and the gym. I mean,
I think we should. I mean, if
I know-
it could bring warmth even for a
eventually,
time.
yeah. It's something.
We will keep looking for other solutions in the meantime.
If there's anything you can think of that we could find you while we're out, we can try and do our best, but this is on the condition that Teriel says yes.
What do you think, Moonbrook?
I mean, yeah, I don't know shit about this, so yeah.
Well, I don't really know. Right now, I still have to. Well, I have to look at the device and figure out everything that's gone wrong and what worked and.
So, do you want to help us or not? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Yeah.
Of course,
I mean,
I'll take the device back.
Okay. As an aside, just assuming that we're going to give this stuff to you, and I understand it's going to take a long time to figure it out. It's fine. If I give you this gem, you can't show it to anybody or talk about it or tell anybody, okay?
All right. I
Just
keep it safe.
Like life or death.
Just keep it a secret. Keep it in a place and keep it a secret. We'll be back at some point.
No.
We'll be through. We'll check.
We can't leave it here. I just thought of it. What if you accidentally activate it again by checking it, and those creatures show back up?
Oh, that's also true.
Oh, shit.
creatures.
Well, Copper knows. He knows what could happen. You're not going to activate it by mistake.
No, not that. What happened after the fight?
Right, but you're not going to activate the Summer Star or the new one that you build without us, right? Just don't test
Activate
it.
it? No.
Just build it, and we will come back. And when we're back, then we can activate it together. Because as soon as we activated it this first time, we were attacked, and we had to fight for our lives. So that's why he's still in a trance, because he's recovering.
What would have happened to you?
We're throwing a lot of information out here. Look at that
I was
face.
just thinking that. Yeah, this is
Just don't activate it. Work on it. Take whatever time you need. If you need supplies, send word to us. Just don't tell anyone. Keep these things safe, and don't activate them without us.
And this is all, of course, if you agree, and we're going to give you time to think about it, right, everyone?
Absolutely. Yeah, of course.
Because this is a
big
lot
deal.
we're throwing at you right now, I just realized.
Right. Yes, I suppose I never really thought that I would get the opportunity to work on a new prototype.
Well, that's great. I thought you were going to just say no. Okay, all right. So, well, like you said, it's going to be a lot of work. What can I do to take some of this off of your plate in the interim while I'm out traveling? Is there something like you need me to inscribe some rings? You need me to make some rings and stuff? I can do that.
I have to calculate new runes and everything. This was many months of work, and I don't know if you understand such things, but if you are able to inscribe runes, then you know that sometimes they react with each other, and well, there can be catastrophic problems.
I know that. That I do know about.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, definitely don't disintegrate yourself.
Okay. Well,
Yes, you are the only one that could make another one.
we'll wait.
No pressure. If you're the only one who could do it.
We'll wait for Theriel to wake up, and then we'll go from there.
I can't imagine he won't agree, but yes.
Worst job.
All right. Yes. If you'd like, you can rest inside until Ariel awakes.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for bringing the news. I can see if we have any tea, if you'd like.
He would be good.
Do you have anything a little stronger?
No, tea's good.
Perhaps tea is best, given what has happened recently.
Fine.
Terry also, or
More soon.
Cheppy starts walking back into the church.
Walk
I
back
follow
in,
her.
waiting for Teriel to awaken. Teriel.
Yes.
Your trance ends. Now, when you are in a trance, I would leave it up to you as to what you are aware of while you are in your trance. You may have heard them there and chose not to break your trance, or you may have been so invested in your trance that you heard nothing. Such a thing is up to you.
I think he heard whispers. He was pretty invested because he was trying to pour everything he could into that device, and trying to bring back the memories of that warmth that was shown to him through the fight with Air 2's essence. He was trying to hold on to that, and the image of warmth, he wanted to pour as much as he could into the device to kind of expand on that.
Well, the summer star is missing now.
Yeah, so he's holding his hands and he goes,
the card is
he
stopped.
just kind of sits there and he looks around. He's like, what? Where is it? I had it here. No, I wouldn't have dropped it. I wouldn't. Then he immediately thinks back to Mortis and the talk they had, and he's just like, he wouldn't. No. He wouldn't. He seemed to finally understand. There's that trust thing again. All right. Where am I? Where are we? Hello?
You can look outside. You see the shrine to the House of the Morning Lord.
Oh, maybe they took it in. But I'm no longer feet. Oh gosh, the concentration might have been broken. And he like busts out of the carriage, and he's like, looks around and sees everybody's just like, what?
There's many people around.
Excuse me, yes. What? Yes. Can you explain to me? Hey, hi.
It's an older man, bit rugged, that sort of growing up in these harsh conditions makes people pretty rugged, and weathered sort of skin, wind beaten, bit scarred. He looks at you and says,
"Ah, yes.
Hi, I noticed that there's a lot of hustle and bustle going on, and also you're not weighing as much as...
Oh, that's right.
normally.
Can't you feel the warmth here?
I indeed feel the warmth. There's so much life here now. So many of you, and...
if only anyone could do something about this bloody night.
Yes. Maybe. But until then, you should enjoy the stars and the warmth that is here. And they're smiling over there. And that little one right there is playing. This wasn't like this before, and...
That's why the whole town's out and celebrating.
And may I ask, what are you doing? Are you celebrating as well?
I'm on my way to to Kelvin's comfort to celebrate in my own way.
Well, I
just hope they have some more good mead.
haven't heard that name in a while. Well, you're going... Yeah, they would love that, actually. Company there. Well, you, sir, enjoy yourself to the fullest. Take in all. Don't take in too much. And he kind of like taps him on the shoulder. And try not to get wet. As he sees that we're standing under a layway, and maybe a piece of condensation drops down and hit him on the shoulder. That's a good sign.
That it is.
And before you go, I would like to say, you seem like a wise man, and you've lived your years to know that sometimes everything that's good may not last, but to indulge in what you can in the moment, because those memories can last a lifetime and beyond. Sorry, I was out of place. You enjoy yourself.
And thank you.
Aye, and I will.
Walks off.
Okay. All right. Let me go inside and find out if they have it. Hopefully. And then he immediately runs down to go around to find. Are Throck and Baron still attached to the?
They're
cart,
still on the
or-
cart, yeah.
He's like, have they fed you? Well, he pulls out a ration each, and he's like, "Do you want this?"
They happily munch away at the ration.
Oh, okay. Yes, we will. I will take care of it, and I will let them know to not forget to feed you again. I'll subtract 2 from my inventory. Right, you stay put. And he goes and he walks up the steps. But when he's walking up the steps, he's a little hesitant because last time wasn't a good feeling. And he takes his first step, and instead of feeling like nauseated and dizzy, he feels empowered every step, and he just feels radiant. And he kind of walks proudly up the stairs, and he turns around, and he's just like, I don't need anybody to thank me or any of us. This is what's right. And he looks up. He looks at the door and pauses before knocks, and he's like,
The door opens. And you can see Copper is there. Hood pulled down.
Ah, Teriel.
hello, you're in good
I
spirits.
see that you're awake.
Yes, very much so, but we have a problem. See, we went to a cabin and there was a lot of stuff going on, and there was this device, and we got this device, and I had the device, and I activated the device. Well, they activated it first, and then it went off and it blew and it splooted, and everything would happen,
Slow
and some
down.
people disintegrated it.
Slow down.
Yes.
We have the Summer Star. Your friends are inside. We're just
Oh, thankful.
talking and having some tea. You've been through quite a lot.
Yes. Yes, I would say more than you know, but I think you know more than you should know at this point, knowing that they're in there. Can I come in?
Of course.
Yes, I have a lot to discuss with you. And while he's gone, he's just rambling. Well, you see, we after the device, the runes were laid out. It took a lot of minute to get it back because we were using the wrong tools. And I told them not to.
Your friend Teriel is back.
Hello.
You're awake.
Yes,
Morning.
I feel great. Morning?
Lord,
Yeah, I
morning,
can't
Lord.
get
Right?
used to-
Is
is
that
it morning? Oh, goodness.
was good.
No
That was a
jokes
good
in the
one.
house. Yes, okay. Are you... Haha. And he turns and is Miss Shan around?
Mishan is, yes, she's seated
Okay.
at the table. She has some tea in her hands.
He turns and he kind of locks eyes with her for a bit, and he nods. It smiles.
She smiles.
Well, I don't know what's all been told, but we have a lot to discuss.
Oh, we
And,
have been told many things. Your experience at the cabin.
Yes, it was an experience indeed. I believe I was blessed. Not only me,
Yes.
but my companions as well, and
Blessing from
there's
the
this
Thunder.
yes, it was. I wish I could describe it visually to you. It's beyond words. It's more of a feeling, an empowerment, justfulness, and warmth beyond anything that I can describe. It's like a comfortable warmth, not a harsh warmth that you feel hot enough to strip yourself of your clothes or anything. It's more of a inner connection, a fire that was maybe a match that turned into an ember that grew into a campfire of some sort, and that can grow even more, maybe into a bonfire. Whatever it is, I feel closer. I won't go as far as to say chosen at this point, but I know my path. But forgive me, I'm being selfish. So you've been informed, and do you have the device?
Yes, your friends suggested that it might stay here with me and I can study it and perhaps create a new prototype.
I have a theory.
Stay.
Right?
The one we had was used up, Teriel. It
Used
started
up.
to degrade.
No, there's
as
still
soon
parts
as-
of it there. And he goes to look at it. He's like,
Just it.
I must have
Copper-
done that.
No.
No,
You don't understand.
The device was never really meant to last for very long. It would require too much power and, well.
What power we may have. You
Yeah,
see, I also looked into this gem, you see.
Oh, God.
The one that
What did you do?
It's okay. Nothing has been done.
Nothing yet. I didn't do anything
Nothing
yet.
Just
this time.
Investigate.
Oh,
it.
okay, all right.
All right, so
Shut off.
this is series, percolations, okay? So I was thinking, this gem, which I've also looked into, is in fact a fire elemental node thing. It's like a baby fire elemental inside it. It's like an elemental egg, if you will. There's a little elemental in there, ready to be burned up.
While you're
I know you-
talking, there is a loud knock at the door. Heavy pounding on the door.
Oh,
Hide it.
Put that away, Morty. Put it away.
okay.
Hide everything. Here, have some tea, Teriel.
You didn't see any.
Shove
Yeah, have some tea.
Mishan
thank you.
stands up. She walks over to the door. She opens it. Hello? Outside, anyone near the door would see
Yeah,
a
Tara's gonna like.
woman. A woman surrounded with several guards. And you hear Mishan say, "Speaker? What are you doing here? Do you have guests at the moment, Mishan?" Yes, of course. We have, several people that are staying with us at the moment. I must speak with them immediately.
At this point in time, Taro grabs Mortis and brings him up to his side instead of behind him. You stay there. Represent yourself well. You're part of us.
Okay, yes.
Do you all walk up to the door?
I'm very close to it, so I'm just gonna kind of peek over and look back and just step out.
I'll
I'm
stand.
hanging back.
to-
I'm hanging back.
stand with
really far
him.
back.
Oh, I'm sitting back and just kicking. I literally just kicked to my feet as soon as I found out I was a speaker.
Yep, I think I'm sitting on the chairs as well.
Speaker, how do I make your request fulfilled? And he takes a slight bow but keeps eye contact with her.
She says,
I am Speaker Devesa Shane. I speak for Bryn Shander. You?
Me? I am sorry, I am I am Teriel of the
Aye.
light and server of the Morning Lord, protector of all that's lawfully written. In the name of Aminatur and Lanthanter.
Mishan, may I enter? With my guards.
Mishan looks at all of you.
He nods.
I think with the guards, it might be a crowd.
Think we're going to jail, boys.
It's fine. We're in a house of the Morning
You're
Lord.
going to jail.
It's
For what?
quite all right. And he eyes Mortis, and he's just like,
I just step back a little.
yeah, Teriel opens
And
the
my
way and
focus.
looks at Mishan.
Mishan opens the door.
Of course, Speaker. Please come inside.
She inclines her head slightly and opens the door. Speaker Duvessa Shane, who's probably younger than you would expect. Maybe in her late 20s or early 30s. Makes her way. Speaker Duvessa Shane of Bryn Shander would probably be considered the most powerful person in Icewind Dale. She makes her way inside with her guards.
Teriel rushes over to pull a chair out that he was sitting in earlier and makes it available. Please.
That's where my feet were, man.
Shh. Please.
Thank you.
Aye.
That's very kind of you. You said your name was Teriel?
Yes. Teriel of the Light.
Apologies for the interruption. But you were seen in Kelvin's Comfort earlier, and I believe that one of your party had been speaking to several of the patrons.
He kind of looks perplexed and kind of just frowns up and looks around. I apologize for my companions may have been celebrating
You
the current
misunderstand.
change.
From what one of your companions was saying, it appears that you were responsible for this warmth.
Well, it was a group effort. He's like humble. He's super blushing at this point. We may have. Well, yes, I would say we did. We may have done something to bring so much commotion going on in your beautiful town.
Bryn Shander needs your help.
Okay.
What can we do?
Maybe we're not going to jail.
There are invisible enemies walking amongst us.
Invisible, as in magics or disguise, camouflage.
She takes a deep breath.
We have seen their boot prints in the snow, and now we know what they are. Duergar.
No. Teriel kind of falls to one knee and grabs her hand without permission, and he stares at her. Are you mistaken, madam? Please forgive my... Are you sure?
Duergar. They come from the Underdark, and they have infiltrated 10 towns in search of a rare crystal known as Shardolin. With it, they are building a mighty construct that will lay waste to 10 towns if nothing is done to stop it. Our militia captured one of the Duergar and forced it to divulge the location of their mountain stronghold. Therein, you will find a Duergar warlord named Zardarok Sunblight. He aims to conquer Icewind Dale and destroy us all. For the good of 10 towns, will you enter the fortress, slay this warlord, and destroy his terrible weapon? "
Terrell looks around.
You have brought warmth to this place. We need your help.
I'll do. And then before he agrees, he stands up and kind of towers over her and looks around at everyone else. You know what I would say.
Ask what kind of weapon it is. What is it made of?
I just hesitate but nod at Teriel.
He looks around at Moonbrook and Cheppy and Ray.
Cheppy nods.
If it means we can continue bringing warmth, Cheppy will do it. It's what Frog wants.
But I think you need to think of it like if there's nothing to bring warmth to, then our mission is null and void. Yes? He turns back to Devessa after looking at Moonbrook. This is your home. Yes?
Aye.
Moonbrook? Are you in on this? Everything. Tin Towns, Icewind Dale.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm in.
Yes, sir? This is your chance to bring back something that you thought you lost. A little bit of information. For Teriel being able to be agent of Aminator, he has a sort of ability. This is all on the DM's discretion, but I did read this, which you gave me, to be able to see light in others and try to bring that light out of others. Nissa had some dark things happen, and this is one way of him saying it, just to give information to people about Aminator without giving away too much. DM allow?
Of course.
Okay. So then the statement stands.
I'm with you.
Duergar are ruthless. Some say evil, but they have their own ways, their own laws. I won't go as far as that. But we thought that the dwarves we met were straightforward about anything that they want to do, that they do it. But Duergar, there's no stopping them, and they do not care if they lose how many they need to lose. They will accomplish their mission if nothing's done. He turns back to Devessa. You have our aid.
Excuse me. Hello? You didn't ask me.
I'm sorry. Mortis,
Yes?
there may be lots of interesting devices that
I
you
know.
can study.
Uh-huh.
Well, what do you say?
I say an advance
talk we
payment
had?
would be wonderful if we could.
He turns to start talking to Duessa.
An advance payment would be great. We've got a lot of things that we'd like to do, and if we can, then
He
we
shuts
would be
Mortis
able
up
to-
real quick. What he's trying to say, Lady Devessa, is that we would love to be able to aid you if you could aid us with some supplies early, to help us on our way to this. And that way we're better equipped for what we're about to take on. Many of us may or may not make it back. But those that do, we will try our best. We will need...
Speaker, do you have any knowledge of Chardalyn? Do you have any books or scrolls or
No,
information that could help us?
I know nothing of this.
That is quite all right.
We questioned this Duergar, and well, he was put to death after the interrogation. Stop him from escaping and warning his kin.
Wise.
What have you done with the body?
It's in a
If
cellar.
you don't mind me asking. May we see it before we go on our journey?
I've never seen a Duergar.
Very well.
I'll take you.
And the supplies?
I'll see what we can offer.
You wouldn't happen to have any flies, would you?
Shut the fuck up.
Again, they celebrated very late, and we will take on this bitch with all seriousness. And he kind of bows and looks back at Cheppy and just smirks. If he could take us to the stables, that'd be great. If he could just show us the way and we can meet up with you. We do have our...
Vesta stands up, sort of sweeping her long garments behind her. Come. We have much to talk about.
Oh, you want us to go with you?
My name's Ray, by the way. My name's Ray.
No, my name is... Shut the hell up.
You shut up.
I'm Moonbrook.
And that is where we're going to end the session today.
Oh my god.
Oh
what
my
a quest.
God.
Our main
Biggest quest
one.
ever. Durgar? Yikes.
Holy buds.
Duvessa is a cutie pie.
No.
You don't see Teriel jump to the occasion? He looked and saw who's at the door. He's like, oh, okay, we gotta go.
Yeah, she is beautiful. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
You should see the
he's
private
actually...
chat. We're all swooning.
We're gonna wrap things up there, folks. Thank you so much for being with us today. Hope you enjoyed our session. That was an outpouring of different thoughts about morality and all kinds of different wonderful topics. So thank you so much to everybody for being here. Thank you so much, chat, for all the love and the support. Thank you. Please make sure you follow all these wonderful people by heading on over to tablestory.tv/Rime, R-I-M-E. Go follow them in all the places. And if you have yourself a Prime Gaming that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. Get yourself some emotes. Go support these wonderful people. Even if you don't have a Prime Gaming sub, consider just throwing a sub their way. Go sub to them. They're wonderful people. And if you haven't done so, make sure you're following us here on Table Story. Table Story on Twitch and YouTube, and at A Table Story on Twitter. Follow us in all the places so you can find out when new shows and whatnot get posted and new information gets posted. And come hang out on our Discord, where we've got wonderful conversations going about all the different shows that we do. We've got a Looking for Group channel. We've got watch parties going on. There's all kinds of good stuff. So come hang out. And let's go around the room. Let's do some shout outs to wrap things up. Start with Tess today.
Hi. That was such a cool episode. I think this is about every episode, but that was such a cool episode. There were so many different cool things that happened. Everybody on the show is amazing. You should go buy Aaron's book because it's awesome. Firewall Down. Whack, you're absolutely incredible. The music and the scenery and just everything, and all of you guys myth today with the literally best laughs. Anyway, all of you guys are amazing and I love you all. I'll be streaming Demon Souls tomorrow on my stream because I finally got a PS5 and I'm so excited. So yeah, that's me.
Make sure you follow Tess Chica on Twitter. Go give her a follow and go tune into her stream tomorrow. Thank you so much, Tess. She normally does a lot of Borderlands content, so go check all that stuff out as well. She's a wonderful person and she's got some great stuff on her channel. Please go give her a follow. Thank you, Tess. Tech, why don't you go next?
I am Technique, or Frank, aka Technique. People call me both. You can find me here on Twitch at Technique with an O-U, no E. I play Teriel for those that are probably coming in or don't know. Lots of growth is happening, and it's really fun to actually play the same character in 3 different lights and darks. So I like this version of Teriel, so I hope you guys like it. It's only the crust. There's a lot of interesting stuff that's going to happen. The bond that's happening between the team is becoming apparent. There was a lot of growth between Mortis and Teriel, which is really great because it shows a lot. And I hope you guys pay attention to those words, because I don't ever, and I'm pretty sure Cord is the same way, being very, very much old RPers, we don't ever say things without meaning. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. Thank you so very much, everybody, for being here. And you can find me on Twitter. It's the best place to catch me. And that's Technique, the same way you spell it here, and then TV at the end. And lately, we've been playing Dark Alliance. It's been getting a bad rep all over the place, but we find ways to make it really fun. And the funny thing is, people have been buying it more by watching us, which is, that's not our job, but hey, whatever. Yeah, everyone's doing it. So we've been doing it. Me, Cord, Phelan, and Imcat, who's all a part of the Table Story family, all got together and decided to play Dark Alliance together. Everyone took a character and loving it. And Cord does some amazing cinematic universe building with his, and it's really great. And we all do voices and stuff. And we have a lot of fun with it. So if you enjoy that, come around and take my sub, if you're going to give me a sub, and give it to this lovely channel, please. Because without Table Story, I wouldn't have a escape throughout the week, and it means a lot to me. So if you guys would please, whatever you thought about spending on me, throw it here, or give it to Wax Channel, because couldn't do this without him, or any of these lovely people. Actually, that's me. Toodles.
Please go up to Frank. Thank you. Aaron.
Hi, my name is Aaron.
Happy birthday, Proxy, by the way. Sorry.
No, that's fucking. It is. It's her birthday. Look at her. Look at her. Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yep. So everyone in chat, say happy birthday. It's really easy to type.
All right, everybody, on the count of 3. 1.
Here we go.
2,
Singing,
3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Proxy. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my God! Those are the best.
That's all I can give you. That was my.
Great.
I can't hit that note. I can't hit it.
Aaron.
No, I'm done. My name's Aaron Black. It's fine. You know, fucking Tess is shilling for me over there, so I'm done. We can move on. Thanks.
World-renowned author.
Really
World
not.
premiere books coming
Okay.
out soon.
All right, fine.
This summer, a
My
new
name
book
is
from Aaron.
Black. My name's Aaron Black. I wrote a book, Stephen King's It. Go buy it. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
All right,
you wrote
move
that.
on.
What the heck? He's trying to get us in trouble. Mute that.
Aaron wrote a wonderful book called Firewall Down. Please go buy it. Thank you so much, Aaron. You can follow her at Twitter, Aaron B. Writes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Aaron. Myth.
Hi everybody, it's me, Myth, or Mythomatic, or Cord. I am a professional tabletop performer here on Twitch. I also do cinematic roleplay on my channel. If that is something that sounds cool to you, check me out over on twitch.tv/Mythomatic, or see what I'm up to on my Twitter, which is twitter.com/you guessed it, Mythomatic. Thanks everybody, this was so much fun. I really enjoyed today. I really enjoyed that long convo and that like pseudo apology, and also then the theory talking about just life and morality and everything with Terrio, and seeing Mortis just try to explore a new way of thinking and looking at life. It was really awesome. Thank you for that, and thanks for giving me that scene, Frank. It was really cool, and thanks for letting me play Dark Alliance with you, and this has just been really great. Thank you. And thank you everybody for watching on YouTube or just here in Twitch. Thank you everybody for supporting us and talking about the show. If you are enjoying the show, talk about it. That helps us, and it helps the show, and it lets us keep doing what we like to do, and that's tell stories for you. So thank you everybody. If you want me to help you out with your projects, hit me up. I think my email is in my Twitter, so check that out. Thank you.
Ooh, that sounds awkward. Thank you.
Ooh, awkward. Let me go check that out.
Ooh, my email's stuck in my Twitter.
Ooh,
Thank
it's
you.
in my Twitter. Ooh, it's hard to walk.
Ooh.
That's the title. Okay. Stuck in my Twitter.
Yanni, I mean Proxy.
No, I literally just started.
Happy birthday.
She's
I
gonna
was
pass out.
yawning a lot during my scene. I was like, I wonder if she was yawning in the background.
I was doing the same, yeah. And I was like, oops. Oops.
Oh my god.
Hey, yawn. That's a birthday yawn right there. Let me tell you.
I'm like, my eyes are watering.
Oh, we can talk about it.
Oh my god.
Don't even
Okay,
talk about it.
it's not gonna happen. Hello, my name is Proxy. I stream on Twitch Monday to Thursday. I do leathercraft here. I run a business and I make some leather goods. If you want to kind of see that and check it out and see how it goes, you can catch me over there. And Fridays, I hang out here on Table Story with the gang playing D&D. I freaking love it. I love playing Cheppy. She's such a doll, and it's been really cool to see how all of our characters are kind of developing. We just got like our first massive quest, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing like how much
Chapter
better
3.
we get.
So
It's gonna
this
be
is-
amazing. I can't wait to see like what spells everyone brings in, because like every episode, whenever we start getting into fights or having to do something, we're seeing more and more stuff that everyone's pulling out, and it's freaking great. I love it. So can't wait to keep playing, and I hope you guys enjoy. And thank you for watching on YouTube and listening to the podcast and watching here on Twitch. You guys rock. And yes, me.
Thank you so much, Proxy. Wish.
Hello, and me, your girl Wish. I just want to wish my wife a happy birthday separately, like, you know, whatever. You could find me on the best way to keep up with me is on Twitter, whatever Twitter is, / at wishfully, just find me through my Twitch page. I don't know. There's a lot of eyes in there. Tired. I was giving up. It's
Yeah, it's not so easy, is it?
Twitch.tv / wish. I
love you,
stream
Wish. I just
when I
want
want.
you to know that.
I'm always busy. I'm a busy bee, and you know, I've taken this past year of my life getting healthy, so like I have kind of backed off streaming a lot, but trying to get myself healthy, and
doing
that's
great.
way
Good
more
job.
important.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So
Looking fabulous,
so
girl.
awesome.
Oh my god.
Thank you. Yeah, we're at a big mountain. I have to
I mean,
share my mouse.
Proxy's done with it, but you know.
Oxy's just like, oh.
just
Today
so
we hit the
bored.
milestone of 145 pounds lost, so like that's like
Oh my
god, that's a lot. It's crazy.
That's something to yawn at.
That's
So
sick.
boring. Yeah. So I haven't taken a lot of time off streaming. I also work for Twitch, so I am like super busy all the time. Anyways, love you guys. I'll be streaming soon. I swear. Anyways, thank you, you guys.
Thank you so much, Wish. I'm Why Steven. I have been your DM of Doom. I've dragged the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. Thank you so much for being here, chat. Much love to you. Much appreciation. Thank you. Thank you so much to Aaron. Thank you, Tech. Thank you, Myth. Thank you, Tess. Thank you, Proxy. Thank you, Wish, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. And thank you so much for being here, everybody. Tomorrow, we do not have Midsummer Mysteries anymore. That has wrapped up, but we do have Ungodly on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully you're there for that. And on Tuesday, we've got Witchcraft and Wizardry. On Wednesdays on my channel, I usually do a stream about creating an isekai TTRPG. If you're curious about the creative process and designing a TTRPG, come check it out. Really been enjoying it, and it's been a great process to do on Twitch. So hopefully you'll come check that out. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Peace out. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.